you doing? I'm going to have you come on, Judge Stacy, and talk about all the fantastic stuff that you are doing in the courtroom. I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you, Judge Stacy. Hey, my friend, Mr. Burns with Burns Barbecue in Acres Home. One of Lady Hale's and Shining Star Leadership Academy sponsors. Thank you, Burns Barbecue. You know, Burns Barbecue have been around forever. I call it forever. Hey, Ashley, that's right. Rest in peace, Pretty P girl. We'll be at your funeral Saturday. Everybody knows they have the funeral. If you check my website, we do have the funeral arrangements and everything for Pretty P. I talked to the family today. Mom is still kind of holding on.
Pretty P sound like a rapper.
She is. She was a rapper, and she was over rappers and things, and she was doing a lot for the community. She was the young lady that had got engaged on Facebook to her fiance. Then a few days later, he shot her and killed her. It's been all over the news and everything. So she has 3 small kids. So I did, John and I, and John's team, Unsolved Homicides. You know, we went over there, we talked to Mom, and so happened the day we did the visuals was Mom's birthday. So we have to do something about this domestic violence. So we're still standing up for domestic violence. And everybody, her funeral will be this Saturday. The viewing is from 9 to 11, and the funeral will start exactly at 11 o'clock. Unsolved Homicides and Shining Star Leadership Academy will be in the house. We love you, Pretty P. Sad you had to leave us so soon, but God knows. And we're praying for your children. And like I told the family, anything we can do, anything that you need from us in Real Talk Radio, we're there for you. Thank you guys so much. So go to my page and get the information for Pretty P. We will be saying our final goodbye on this Saturday. Okay, and I have my favorite co-host, the only co-host who I love so much, and my brother. And I think that everybody that say like, oh, is that your second husband? Yeah, I got a radio husband and a regular husband. So, and then we got a baby already. We got a baby too.
How's Mr. Hale doing, by the way?
Oh, he's hanging. Josh said, I'm gonna clear this up real quick. Ain't nobody gonna come get it. Josh said, I want to go home at night. I don't want to have to. I don't want to get beat up. Josh said, I ain't gonna get beat up. No, my husband know Josh. He like, oh, and he's glad Josh is around, so he don't have to come and be around us. He loves Josh. Josh coming, all right. Like, okay. Well, Josh really filled in for us when we were sick for the last 2 weeks with the flu. Mr. Hale been in and out of the hospital. The medicine that they gave him really raised up his blood pressure. I mean, it was like 175 over 120. So we were there like stroke level, you know. And it wasn't nothing we could really do. They had to wait till the medicine get out of his system, even though they're trying to flush it out with the IVs and everything like that. We just had to wait. And I just want to say thank you, Josh, for filling in and helping us out. Then I got sick, couldn't do nothing, so Josh just had to just do everything.
Oh no, I mean, you were there when I got sick as well, too. I completely lost my voice.
I know, so that's how we do up here. And people don't understand that. I mean, when Josh gets sick, you got the show. I can't do it, Josh. So I do it for Josh. So that's how we work up here at Real Talk 100 Radio. We believe in supporting each other and doing for each other, because I don't think you could be successful if you're selfish, because you have to be able to give. But there's a lot of selfish people out there. But anyway, I don't worry about that, because the Bible tells me it's better to give than receive. And the more I put out, the more blessings come back to me. So that's the way I look at it. You know, whatever you want to call it, if you want to call it Newton's Law, whatever goes up, come down, karma, whatever you put out, come back, same thing. Whatever you want to do, I just happen to stand on the Word of God, where it says, whatever I do for the kingdom of God, it comes back to me. When you do good, goods come back. But when you, whatever you put out there, let me tell you, it's coming back. However you can use Newton's Law, whatever you throw up, it's coming down. Karma, if you put it out there, it's coming back. So I just prefer to keep the things going and help my brother John make sure he has an awesome show.
Yes, I appreciate it so much.
Make sure his show stay up in. Well, he's always beat me and Josh. I'll be number one, he's number two. Or Josh will be number one and I'm number two. I don't care. Long as Real Talk Radio and Pause Impact is leading the pack. We don't care. As long as one of us is doing that. And y'all know, starting Sunday on the first week in February, we're going to have Sunday morning gospel with Lady Hale from 10 a.m. to 1. From 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And y'all know Apostle what's the boy name? William Campbell is going to be my co-host. Y'all know that's going to be a hot mess.
I'm not sure y'all going to be getting the gospel.
I don't know. We probably do more fighting than anything because, you know, me and him can't stay in the room together long enough. So I don't know how that team came together, but we're going to have to work on it, okay? So,
I'm going to start praying for y'all.
oh, please don't start praying now. All right. And then if anybody have any prayer requests, you don't have to say your name or whatever because God knows we will be taking prayer requests. We will be praying. There's something going on in the community. Someone sick, someone passed away. Please let us know. That's what Real Talk 100 Radio is here for, to help the community and help those that are in need. So tell us a little bit more about your Pause Impacts for those. Everybody knows, but I am so proud of that organization.
So Pause Impact is Houston's first radio show, and it's dedicated to people living with HIV. And what we're trying to do is bring awareness about HIV here in Houston.
Yes.
Houston's still the number 12 in the nation for new HIV diagnosis, the number 1 in the state for new HIV diagnosis. And so we want to try to make a difference in Houston, try to make sure that people are being aware of what their HIV status is, and know that there's no stigma behind it. You know, get tested. If you're HIV positive, get treatment, because the only way to stop the prevention of HIV is to have the medication and take it daily. And once you become undetectable, then that means that you're no longer able to transmit to anybody.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
That's good.
And so, really the safest is for you to really be in a relationship with somebody who's HIV positive, who's taking their meds, because you know for sure that as long as you can take it, there's no problem. And right now, there's just so many misinformation going on.
Yes.
About, you know, people still think that saliva can be transmitted.
Yes.
And that's still not true. And so we're just trying to bring
or
awareness.
I can get HIV from sitting next to you.
Yes. Or sharing, you know, like a meal, or like
or I can
utensils.
get HIV from hugging you.
Or drinking out of the same bottle. You know, it doesn't work that way.
It don't work like that.
And we're still trying to bring awareness. What we're trying to do for 2020 is really, I'm gonna really step up and go to get people registered to vote, and also try to do a pop-up HIV testing.
Yeah, that's what we talk about, doing these pop-up testings, and then we can get with Will, try to do live for the radio station and also
I think it'll be just because I want to bring awareness, because I feel like a lot of people are not talking about HIV any longer.
Yes.
You know, the people who have HIV talk about it somewhat.
Yes.
I just had somebody actually comment that he's HIV positive, but none of his family know. And that is a rough decision to.
So when did you tell your family, or do you?
You really should tell your family, because I honestly think that your family will support you no matter what.
Yeah, they
will.
Your family. And if they don't, well.
And you know, just really, it's about educating. And it's no longer a death sentence. People will die of something else versus HIV. Like they'll die like pneumonia.
Anything. I mean,
be hit by a car.
Yeah.
You know, now these days, anything can happen.
Yes.
But people are living longer. People are living, you know, this is back in the 80s, that now people who had it, and now we're now in 2020.
Yes.
You know, so the HIV medication has really increased the longevity of life. And now that we have 2 HIV prevention pills that we're working on.
Right.
And then we're also working on a cure. So the cure is actually not that far away, because they're already doing human testing.
All right now.
So they actually just published their study. It was very successful, and
so they're trying it on humans now.
Yeah, they're trying on humans, and it was here in Houston that it was the most people that got the antivirus for like the vaccine.
So it is working.
So it is working.
So they're in the trial status.
So they're still in the first stage of the trial for humans.
Well, that's
and
a big
so I think it's like 3 or 4 stages that they have left. But it's
I like that.
It is a huge step that we have going on in that.
And I like that what you said. We're gonna be doing the pop-ups. We'll be going into different areas, doing the pop-up HIV testing and things like that.
I think it's super important to let everybody know that it's okay to get an HIV test.
Right.
You had one done 3 weeks ago.
Right.
Get one done again.
Right. Oh, well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How often can you get them? As often as you can?
Yeah. I mean, it really depends. I mean, but a lot of people will say, "Oh, I just got done 3 months ago."
But things can change in 3 months.
Yes. A lot of things can change in 3 months. You know, maybe it was detected then. So if somebody offers you a free HIV test,
take it.
Take it. Because,
that's what I did.
you might as well just find out your status.
Yeah.
If you're negative, you have nothing to worry about, and if you're positive, you have nothing to worry about either, because you cannot.
Because we can get them in contact with people like you
Yes.
that know what to do, where to go, where
Yes.
to find resources. So it's, and then I'm just saying about, especially Afro-American women, we're leading the pack on this thing, but nobody's talking about it.
Nobody's talking about black women
Yes,
who are the
yes,
largest
yes.
targets for HIV.
Yes,
And
and nobody's
no
talking
one's
about
talking
it.
about that at all. It's like a silent death.
Mm.
And we want to make sure that we really address that community, and we really try to make them understand. And it's fear, you know, they may
Yes.
have a partner who got them infected, and now they don't want to say anything. You know, like they may be not. in
So many
domestic violence.
factors,
There's so many
yeah,
factors behind
yeah,
that factor,
yeah.
or you just may not know.
You may not know.
You know. So, but it's really trying to, and then we see it in those low-income communities.
Yes,
And so
yes, yes.
it's because they don't have factors to a position. There's so many factors behind that. But if we can just provide, come to you and say, hey, let's do an HIV test,
Right, right.
and let's get it over with, and I'll give you like a prize or something. Like,
Yeah, and
you
right
know,
now you get the results back. Am I correct? When you do
Immediately.
that, you get the
yeah,
results
within
back.
like a couple seconds now.
Okay, rapid.
Yeah,
Is that
it's-
called the rapid?
It's a rapid
Okay, I
test.
thought that's what
Yeah.
it was, the rapid.
You get it within like 10 seconds, and you get to find out. And then if it comes back positive, it doesn't mean that you're a positive. It just means that you could
The
have
antibodies
antibodies.
came in
It
or
came
something
in.
like that. Okay.
And so you may had like taking like just got over the flu or something
right,
like
or
that.
something like that.
And so
That's true.
they could have a false positive. So I don't want people to worry about in
Right,
case
right,
that
right.
happens. Then you just go check with your doctor, and your doctor can cure you. That's happened.
Yeah, because
before.
that happened with me when I was pregnant with my son. They said he was going to be born with spina bifida. And all the tests kept saying that. But I'm like, you know, everybody had, but not most black people don't have that. And I'm like, okay, so found out it was something that I was eating. I was eating a lot of ice cream and a lot of something. Something it was
Yeah.
messing with me, so they just took me off of everything, and I was mostly on
And
things. And
that
found out
is-
it was a false positive.
That is crazy because
Yeah,
it does
can happen like that because
does
it happened
happen.
to me. Yeah.
And so making sure that we're just bringing awareness to the community.
Yes.
Now I'm part of the Red and White Planning Council.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it just gives me, I see all these resources, but resources that I never knew about.
Yeah.
And so if
And
we
we
can
can
start
let everybody
educating
know.
people know about what, I just had somebody in my show last night and he didn't know what U equals U meant.
Right.
You know,
Right. I
and
heard
so
that last night.
with-
I'm like, what?
With educating everybody about the public, if you know, then you'll tell somebody else,
Yeah.
and you'll tell somebody
You
else.
tell somebody
Is that
else.
what U equals U mean?
No.
'Cause I
No.
have no
No,
idea.
no. U equals U means undetectable equals untransmittable.
Right. You
So,
mean you.
undetectable means that you're living with HIV positive and your T cell counts are so low that you can't transmit the virus.
Right.
And
you
then
need to scream that from the mountaintops.
I know.
yes.
Yeah, definitely.
And if once you're undetectable and you stay undetectable, you know, it's manageable. Now they're gonna have a shot that you can take in this once a month, a shot that you do once a month, versus taking a pill every day. You know, and so like if you do once a month times 12 instead of 365 days, you know,
Yeah.
That's a big improvement.
so it's a huge improvement. So like, yeah, I can suffer for once a month and get the shot,
Yeah.
and then once a month can turn into 3 months, and then it can be a year.
And then
And
you
then
might
it'll
not
be,
need it.
and then
Yeah.
one day you'll just have like a little implant like the
Yeah.
diabetics have.
That's
you
so
know,
awesome.
New information.
So that's all coming to the market soon, eventually, and then
Josh is a wealth of
hopefully,
information.
hopefully all that, like maybe we'll even find a cure for HIV. I think, you know, I'm not sure if it will because the strain is just so. There's so many different.
It's so different.
It's like
different
cancer.
level,
There's
yeah.
just so different
So
types
many
of strains.
difference. Yes,
That
yes,
it's really
yes.
hard to manage it. But I think that the future is
Is on our side.
is on our side.
Yes,
Yeah,
on our
and
side.
we're living longer. You know, it's the wanting to live. And I had people on my show before, and when I talked to conversations like, oh, the first like 3 or 4 years, when I found out I was positive, I just wanted to die. You know, like
Yeah,
I
we
lost
talked
all
about
help.
that, your depression and
You know,
everything, the
it's huge
cycles you
depression,
go
you know,
through.
like, it's-
Yes.
People think that it's no big deal, but you know when it affects you personally,
You don't know the
you don't
stages
know.
a person will go through once they find
And
out.
it's how
And that's just like
talk
when you
about.
find out you
Yes.
have cancer, like I did,
Yes.
when they said, but I didn't just like, okay, I'm finna die. I'm like, I know what the word of God said. He said he's a healer and he's a deliverer. So he has too much for me to do, so I ain't going nowhere. And I'm still here all these years
Hello,
later
hello.
with
Yes.
my 100 jobs. I'm
Same
still,
here. I know.
we still here. We ain't going nowhere, Josh. So I really appreciate it. We love you. This radio station appreciate everything you do for everybody. You always going over and beyond to help
He's the
everybody.
man.
He the
He
man.
is the
Josh
man.
the man. We love, and he has a good heart. Josh
We're
has a
just
good
trying
heart.
to make sure, like, everybody eats,
I know that's
and,
right.
And it's not about, like, what I originally learned is everybody has a lane.
Yes,
And
stay in your lane.
Be positive about that person. Like, oh, that person got a raise. Great.
Right.
Like, my raise is coming.
Yeah.
No, I'm
know.
gonna start my own business. I ain't working for nobody. That'll be my next
Yes.
thing. That's gonna be my
You know what I'm
lane.
saying?
You know.
Like, people get so like, and that's what I used to be, that person. I'm like, envy.
Yeah.
Oh, why are you getting all this stuff? Why all this? But I don't see the struggle that you went through to get.
Yeah,
this.
nobody don't see all of that.
I only see the positive that, oh, you became a supervisor.
Wait till you walk in my
You know.
shoes.
But did you know what I did before this?
All right, now.
You just know the
Did
5
you know I was
seconds.
homeless before him? I lived in the project. No, nobody wanted to
You know?
talk
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Talking.
They don't
but
want to talk
if
about
we
that.
can, if we
Dodging
have these
bullets every
conversations with
day.
people,
They don't wanna hear
the
about
real
that.
conversations, then
Right.
we can make a difference. And this is what positive impact is all about: is making a
Right.
positive impact in the community, making sure
You're
that
doing an excellent job.
we
And
can
Is that
bring
what
just
pause stand for?
yeah. That's what,
Uh-huh.
Well, it's actually pause is actually for HIV positive. It's short for.
You learning a lot
Either way,
today,
I'm
huh?
still learning.
You learning a lot today. I
am
know.
in
That's why I
school.
listen to Josh. And a lot of things that I get, a lot of people just don't understand how Josh and I can work so closely together and work on each other's shows. Nobody can understand that. I'm like, well, it's nothing to understand. It's just works. It works. I support him and he supports me. So I'm not understanding what's the problem. Other people trying to make something out of it, and we ain't making nothing out of it. We
We're
just
just
dominating
continue doing
pay if we being
And
number one and two.
from day one, when I started my show, you were
Yeah.
there. When you started your show, I was
You were there, so I'm
And we
just
just
trying to
get- we
figure out
just-
what's going on.
We've just continued this,
right, and we just let them talk, and we like, okay, that's why we number one and number two, and y'all can't touch us, but that's all right,
Not at all.
You know,
because we doing what we supposed to do. So we not bragging, we just letting y'all know. 'Cause
That's
somebody
all
people
facts.
say I have attitude, but
That's
okay.
all facts.
No, I don't have an
Yes.
attitude. I'm just real positive. That's it. We just positive, impact,
Yes.
positive people. That's all it is.
I learned something.
Yes, and we finna get to the Miss Deanna. You gonna be on? I said, oh, okay. No,
the man of the hour.
I throw people on in a
She
minute.
said
Everybody
no.
always throwing me under the bus.
She
I'm like,
said
I ain't
no.
gonna be the only one get thrown under the bus. It's like when you go to when I
didn't
go to
realize y'all had
church.
started.
When I go to church, I always try to sneak in and sit all the way in the back, all the way behind people, so nobody see me in the past. You gotta come up here. Wow. I just want to sit in the back, all the way on the last pew in the corner by myself. Not happening. So, all right, we're going to talk. I know y'all already know him. Y'all hear me and Josh talk about him all the time. Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr. And I want y'all to share this video because this is what we were talking about. Maybe a lot of people don't understand. We have somebody that looks like us that wants to help us and is a millionaire, and he's doing it for us. When I say us, he's doing it for the next generation. He's doing it to change the world. Because did you hear him say, maybe y'all haven't, he want to make other millionaires. Now, how many people do you hear say that? And not only that, this man puts his money where his mouth is. Y'all done heard me say that. This man gave Shiny Starter, I ain't going to say it no more, some money. We just going to leave it alone. So if he want to say it, he want to say it. And he said,
$3.
yeah,
$3.
three pennies. He gave us
Yeah.
3 pennies. He gave us 3 pennies. So without further ado, and y'all can call in 281-318-8650, 281-318-8650. Get the whole network on there for Real Talk with Lady Hale and Pause Impact with Josh Mika. So when you see one, you're going to see the other. So y'all just get ready for it. When you see Real Talk with Lady Hale, you're going to see Pause Impact. When you see Pause Impact, you're going to see Real Talk with Lady Hale. Without further ado, we are going to hear from Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr., the man of the hour. How you doing, love?
I am doing swell. Drinking
Swell.
water
Oh, we drinking water
full of
today,
spinach
huh?
and cucumbers.
And see, I get an attitude because every time I see him, he's always losing his weight. Well, I can't be mad at it because he's eating the right thing, and I'll just keep
working
eating
my
what I
butt
want
off
to
for
eat.
it.
And you looking good, but I still like the old you. But I see where you're going with that. I see where you're going.
I'm finna get skinny Luther. Skinny Luther. Yeah, buddy. I'm about to transform like light Michael to dark. No, dark Michael to light Michael.
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
telling you.
Oh Lord.
I'm about to get it.
And she say, that's it, Pastor. That's
I
that.
am about to get
He
it.
said
56 more pounds.
Come on now. And, no, you're gonna be a skeleton.
That's going 56. I was at 300.
Ooh.
297.
I didn't know you was carrying. We didn't know you were that heavy.
Well, you know, us chocolate folk carry that weight
All
pretty
right.
good. That is true. That's true now.
All right,
That is true.
I thought you was maybe about 220, 225. I never thought you was that heavy.
It's 297. I'm down to 256.
So what made you want to change the eating habit? Was it health-wise, stress, or you were just eating whatever you wanted to eat? A combination of all?
No, I was eating great,
Okay.
but I had a sugar problem. Reese's peanut butter
Oh,
cups
come on now.
was
German
my
chocolate
vice.
cake.
Some people do cocaine.
Oh, no.
I did Reese's peanut
Oh,
butter
oh,
cups.
I do
are you
German
gonna
chocolate
knock
cake.
cocaine in the Reese's peanut
You
butter
understand,
concession?
you know?
I know that's right.
In sniffing lines, I'm sniffing Reese's peanut butter cups.
And I
That
got the
was my
German
thing.
chocolate cake
Sugar.
over here.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
sugar. I was doing a great diet, but sugar was a problem.
Right.
And what made me change had nothing to do with anything of morality.
You know, it was time.
I was doing. It wasn't even time because
Yeah.
we don't do what we're supposed to do.
You're right. You're right.
You know, we do what we want to do. I on a radio show, and someone pointed out, "Man, you're like really big."
Oh
And I
no.
was like,
Oh.
beep, you, right? You know,
Okay.
and I
Well,
said,
you know, television and radio, it makes you seem like you're bigger than what you are anyway. So.
well, yeah, but no.
No.
Not
He's
in
like,
my case.
I'm trying to help you
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
I'm
not
just
in
trying
my
to help.
case. Yeah, I could say it was a bad angle by my
Yeah,
media
that's
team.
all I'm saying. Blame it on me.
No,
No, yeah, that's why I'm bringing up.
my stomach was way out there, and it was just, you know.
Do like we do, get under the table and
Yeah,
let us see it.
somebody called it out, and I'm a real competitive person. What you're
Okay.
not gonna do
What you not
is
gonna
call
do.
me out. You understand?
I
You
hear
dunk on me, I'm gonna dunk on you.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't like losing at marbles, checkers, jacks, nothing. If I was weak coloring in the books, I'm coloring better than you.
Come on now.
You know, and so that's what made me change. Somebody pointed it out.
Okay.
And I unpointed it. You understand?
I understand.
It got nothing to do. So listen, if you listen to me and you saying that's a great guy, no, I'm competitive as hell. That's why I lost this weight.
Okay.
That's
Okay. So you try to be on what? Sexiest Man Alive? What is
I
it?
am.
People Magazine.
That's
That's what
so-
you try to be. Isn't that what they say? The People Magazine. They put them on
That's it.
there
That's
on
it.
the magazine.
I'm trying to
Okay.
tell you, I tell you, as soon as I lose this 56 more pounds, no more shirts. I'm
Oh,
wearing
Lord.
no shirts, all spandex.
Okay.
I'm going outside.
I'm ready for you, Antonio.
That's it.
We want to see this here.
I'm going to the Pride Parade and spandex.
Okay.
I
Oh,
sure
Lord.
am. Watch. Watch.
Can
Watch.
he do that?
He
John?
can do that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We'll
Lord,
let him.
Lord.
We'll let him.
Okay.
Yeah,
They said they'll let you.
Yes.
My buddy Law, that he taking me to Pride Parade in Brooklyn. I'm going.
Oh, Brooklyn,
I'm
New
going-
York.
I'm going to real Pride Parade.
Oh, the real one. Where they are? In San Francisco, right?
Well, I'm going there too.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
Spandex.
Okay.
Oh,
And with standards. Don't forget the standards.
That's it.
That's it.
Spandex.
One suit or whatever. Okay.
If you get the approval of the Pride crowd on your looks, you somebody.
All right
God
now.
damn it, that's
Okay.
it.
Oh,
Tell me I'm lying. You somebody.
Okay.
That's it. I'm going for the people who know better.
Yep.
That is it.
It is what it is. Huh?
Yes.
Ain't nothing. It is what it is. We ain't mad at you.
I am.
And another thing, I heard you were going to London, so I guess my ticket got lost in the mail, or our ticket
Okay.
got lost in the mail, I guess, John.
Yes,
sure did.
We didn't get the
yes.
notification, but we just letting you know we still available and we still looking for those tickets in the
I've got to
mail.
go next week. It's up in the air right now because
When
actually,
is
I
the
just
private
looked
jet
everywhere.
coming?
Now you're talking my
That's
language.
all I
'Cause
need is
I
the
look at
private
it every
jet.
day.
I am too.
I'm looking to
Yeah,
buy.
I can't do. I don't know. I get this attitude when I have to go fly commercial. I don't know what's going on with
Yeah,
that. I just get an attitude when I have to walk on that plane with the people, and then they sit by me. I just really be like, come on now, I can't do this. Come on.
Well, I mean, first class.
I don't know what happened. Even first class, I kind of get an attitude now.
First class to England was how much?
Ooh.
15,000 or
Yeah.
30,000.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
Well, you should have tried Emirates. You know, they have the suites and all of that.
I'm not paying.
Jet.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
trying to jet. That's what I'm
That's what we trying to do. I'm like, because, you know, I already told you, I got my seat on there with my name on it like they do the church pews. Don't nobody sit here.
Okay.
I paid for this seat.
The one I'm looking to buy is a 15 seat.
All right, I got a seat somewhere on there and with my name on it. I pay for my own name on my seat, so I pay for my own seat. That's about the most I can do right now, just pay for a seat.
I'm part of a private community where you can buy jets, and I look at them every day.
I do too. I don't know what I'm looking for. I be looking. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I actually took the home screen, made it a app screen on
Come
my
on now.
phone.
You got to speak it
Every
into
day.
existence.
Every day I look at it.
And
going
your
to buy the
Maserati.
jet. That
Well, I'm going for the Bentley, so.
I already got that.
You already got,
But just.
I'm like, well, I need to
it
come
ain't
take
time yet. It ain't
Oh.
time yet. It ain't time.
Because I'm ready to come down. We ready to come take a ride,
We
huh,
sure are. We're
Josh?
about
That is secure.
I know where he lives.
We
That's
know
it.
where you stay.
That
Oh,
is
I can
secure.
find where you stay. You know me.
Yeah, that's secure. It's sitting in a state.
Yeah, okay,
waiting
I
for
got
me
you.
to
Say
go
just
grab it.
holler.
State. Oh, we're gonna have to go find this.
I gotta go grab it. Wait, just waiting for me. But
He's
it
making
ain't
us go
time yet.
on a treasure hunt.
Somebody say you gonna be big sexy.
That's
Miss
it.
Maria say you gonna be big
Maria,
sexy.
you are
heard Miss
talking-
Maria?
Flesh and blood did not reveal that to you, Maria. You are
Miss
correct.
Maria say, well, she say you already big sexy. Oh, all right, I think.
Talk
Are you
your
married?
talk, sister.
Are you
Talk,
married?
talk.
I think Miss Maria trying to work up on something
Miss
here.
Maria
yeah.
is using her wisdom. That's what she's doing.
We
That's
love
what
you,
she-
Miss Maria. Don't
that
forget
is
to
what
share.
she
He's going to
doing.
be talking about wealth,
She
and
is
you see, we
doing
talk
her-
about our private jets and all that. I already have a
Oh,
seat
so-
on the private jet, so I'm good. He got his Maserati. I'm
Yes.
gonna be working on my Bentley. What kind of car you want, Josh? Josh like whatever.
Yeah.
Josh say I just take whatever.
I need a driver.
Oh, ooh.
I want a chauffeur. I'm not really worried about the car. I want a chauffeur.
I don't
Okay.
drive nowhere.
He
Yeah.
sure know
It's
what.
a
See,
good
he
life.
already used
Yes.
to that. See, I ain't used to that. I don't want no driver. Cause when I drive that car, I want everybody to see me in the car. I want the windows, everything. You gonna see me in the car. I done spent all this money. Oh yeah, you gonna see me. Hey, Miss Maria, we just playing love.
My
She say
friend Tempest just said, "Hey Theodore." That's it.
I
did.
know that's right. Hey, Miss Maria, we just playing. That's how we do get
Nah,
real
Maria
talk
speaking
later.
wisdom.
She said you
Speak that
speaking wisdom, Miss Maria.
You speak that wisdom.
I know that's right.
56 more pounds, I'ma lose my mind.
Whew, that's
I am. I'm going skinny Lisa Nichols on y'all. As soon as
okay.
Lisa Nichols lost that weight, she started jumping in the sand on the beach,
Oh,
taking pictures.
I
ain't
know
gonna
that's
do the
right.
same thing.
I'm not mad at
I'm
her.
walking. I'm gonna go barefoot. I'm gonna have a guitar in my hand.
Guitar.
A seashell right here on my head.
And keep it moving,
And
huh?
I might even put on some fake lashes. I'm not even sure. I'm gonna act a fool.
Don't put on the eagle ones. You know how they had them long with that I'm like, no,
I'm
you can't
gonna
do
act-
that.
I might get some lashes. My lashes gonna be bigger than my hips. I'm
Oh,
telling you.
Lord.
I'm gonna do it. 'Cause I didn't think you get to. I was 154 pounds my whole life, and then I bulked up on purpose,
Mm-hmm.
and then just stopped being as active, and then got up to 300, and it's hard.
To lose that weight.
You think it's hard, and you start convincing yourself
Ooh.
other people lose weight.
Miss Maria say she was at 222 pounds. Now she's down to 150.
All right.
Go ahead, Miss Maria.
You lost a whole.
She lost a whole nother person.
14.
She lost a whole nother person.
Yeah, you did.
And I kind of relate because when I was pregnant with my son, when I went in to have him and they weighed you, I was 324.
First, let me. Wow, you were all stomach. That's, for
That's
sure.
all it was.
Let me just, since we
And
here,
fluids.
let me just tell all you ladies, I congratulate y'all and have empathy for y'all for being pregnant because that looks uncomfortable.
It is
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Especially in June. Actually, ain't no month
Anytime.
that looks comfortable. So
No.
let me just go ahead and say that.
I was pregnant in the winter and just about passed out all the time. I
wouldn't
couldn't
have
put
no
on
kids
nothing.
If I was a woman, I just wouldn't do it. I just
I
wouldn't do it.
wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it. You doggone boy gonna talk back to me when you 14. You
Oh,
better
no.
get back in my stomach or something.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, that's just me. Y'all know I ain't rap type.
I don't think none of us rap, but you know CPS is on the line, so I can't make no
Yes.
comment.
If you in my network and if you watching, I don't know which
CPS is
camera.
on the line. We
It's like
are doing
5
a
cameras.
disclaimer
All those.
that is not the views of Real Talk Lady Hale or the show or Positive Impact, because CPS
Share
is
this
on the
video.
line.
Yes.
We don't have nothing to do with that CPS. We don't have anything to do.
We
with
don't
that.
know him.
He just
We're
here.
still waiting on our shirts too.
Yes.
That's our uniform.
Y'all reminded me today. I forgot all
I'm like,
about
we
that.
still don't have our uniform.
I know.
Josh.
Now we need to get a hoodie.
Yeah,
All that
because that's
stuff.
going to be our uniform on the radio
Yeah,
and
buddy.
my shows when we go out. That's going to be our uniform. So we need our uniform, sir.
Yeah, buddy. Law say with the shades, spandex and shades.
Oh Lord,
That's my new
Spandex
uniform.
and shades,
That's my new
shades,
uniform.
shades. Yes,
Spandex
sir.
and shades.
So
That's
we
it.
are so not fortunate. We're just so truly blessed to have you in our lives, and I want to thank for my good friend Mark Davenport, who introduced us to you. And I still remember that show. Y'all were talking about two handsome young men on that show. Y'all were talking about them. And then I almost fell out. He said, there's 3 things that's robbing our community. And when he said the church, I'm like, see, y'all finna be messy right now. Y'all finna start. I just dropped the phone. I say, he said it's a church.
Still facts. Don't get
But
me
it's
talking
still
about it
the
unless
truth.
you want me to. You know me.
Oh, then please talk about it.
This is
We gonna
real talk radio.
Yes, when he said that, I just dropped the phone. I'm like, no.
Facts. How woke y'all want me
He
to
tell you were woke. I mean, wake us up, because that woke me up. And then that next day, I told Mark when y'all was on the live, I said, I'm going to call tomorrow. And when I called, he said, I didn't think you were going to call. I said, didn't I tell you I was going to call? I called that very next day, especially when he said he was running for the president. I said, you serious? You running for the president? He said, yep. I'm like, okay, I'm on board with whatever you're doing. And that's been, over 2 years ago?
Yep,
And,
sure
and
has.
that's a wrap.
Freshman Josh holding some Little Caesars pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Walking to
came
a hot church.
A hot
Yes.
church thought that we were going to pass
Yeah,
out, because I wanted to cancel
Yeah.
that. Did nobody want to go home? I was so mad. I was mad.
It was good.
I know, did
It was-
nobody
it was-
want to cancel?
It was
I
so
was
good
mad.
though. I mean,
I
it
was so
good.
mad. I'm like, we
It
can do
was
this
really
another
good.
time. I
It
was
was this
mad.
old school 1920 church.
Oh,
Yes.
It was
Yes.
so hot. It was cooler outside than it was in the church. I'm
Yes.
like, I can go home, y'all. We could just, even the kids didn't want to cancel.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, I guess I have to just suffer. And it was so good. And I'm glad we had it, because we had one young, y'all remember Lakeith
Yeah.
there, you know. He was going through a lot of things. That's how we met Lakeith. He called me in because one of his friends had just committed suicide a couple of weeks ago, and then he wanted to commit suicide. So long as he wanted to come, and I wanted him to meet people, good people like Josh and Antonio. And he talks about you every day. His grandmother, they still talk about you every
good
day.
people. They're
Yes,
good
he Lakeith loved it, that he could see somebody that looks like him, that's successful, that he don't have to say in this situation. I said, well, Lakeith, I was in this same situation where you are. Same project, same neighborhood, but you do get out. It may seem impossible as a child while you're there, but let me tell you, God will send you people to lead and guide you out. You will come out. You come out. That's how I came out, because people protected me, and people made sure I wouldn't get in the game. People made sure I wouldn't go the wrong way. And I told Lakeith that's what we're going to do to him and all of the kids that are coming to Shining Star Leadership Academy. And we thank you for helping my children, and thank you. Every time I've always called and asked you to help my children, you've always helped them.
Oh yeah. Look, there's a saying in our office. Everybody on planet Earth is a flaming, a liquid flaming turd.
Okay.
And when you realize that, liquid
Y'all please
flaming
share.
turd, that's what I said. And I mean that. Because nobody's better than nobody.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Like, nobody's better than nobody. You don't get something and then frown up at people who don't have
That's
something.
right. You're so right. You don't do that.
Yeah. You're not better. That's what we do to the whole HIV community.
Yes. Yep.
It's exactly what we do. It doesn't make no sense, you know. But anyway, don't get
We
me
need
started.
to learn. I don't know.
Get me
We just
started
need
on
to
something
learn.
else.
Yeah.
I'll tear this whole show up.
You need to call Paz Impact, and y'all need to go. Because Josh, I was so proud of Josh. You had, almost 300 views yesterday.
Yeah.
I am so proud of you, Josh.
We're
Yay,
just working,
Josh.
you know,
I'm
sometimes-
so proud of you.
I'm just learning from Antonio. just says, continue to post, continue to
And
post.
that's what I do. I just be
Because I was
posting.
like, well, who's it? I only have like 1 viewer or 0 viewers. Like,
That's all
doesn't
right.
matter.
Put it out there.
Put it out there.
Put it out
Right.
there.
And
First
then-
off, one view is better than no view.
I know that's right.
Yeah,
Hey,
for
Lanisha,
sure.
babe.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Miss David. Yeah. And that's what I do. And I've been posting so long, just like when I did the thing for Pretty P last week, when we was at the visual. I'm almost at 1,000 views on that. And then when I put my things out here, that's how I do. You just have to keep posting. And that's what Antonio said. You got to put content out there. And that's what I do, content. And people heard me. That's how I was able to get all those computers from the federal government, because the lady watched Real Talk with Lady Hale, and she makes sure her children watch Storytime with Lady Hale. And that she contacted me because the government every 3 years get rid of all of their computers, and instead of just scrapping them and throw them away this year, she told her boss, well, I know this school and they're doing really good with kids. Let's give them to them. And she called us. We went and signed the paperwork. Y'all saw I signed a contract here. I gave it. I show it to y'all. But that's why it's so important to get around people. And Mark Davenport has always said, if you're the smartest person in your group, then you need to find another group.
Yes.
And that's what I had to do. I was always the smartest person in the group. I always was the go-to person in the group. He said, Lady Hale, you need a new group. So I had to find a new group. So that's why I went Antonio T. Smith and learn something every day. And if y'all see me, and that's why I don't have a problem saying that. Y'all see all those smart posts I be posting. That be his. I just go steal it. You say I can steal it. That's all right.
Steal
I
everything.
just go steal it. Every time y'all see all them nice, sweet posts, them not mine. I tell y'all them
Steal
not mine.
it. If I say it, steal it.
I do. And I told him, I said, everything you put out there, I'm going to steal it. He
That's
said,
what
that's
you're supposed to
okay.
do.
I told him, I'm finna post this, what you put out
That's
here. He's
it.
like, okay.
I ain't
That's
got
what
no
I
problem.
do.
You ain't even got to quote me. Put that abundance out there. I ain't tripping.
I just copy it and paste and put it right out there. I don't take nothing
I
from
love
it.
that word, abundance.
That's it,
That's
man.
my new favorite word.
I know that's right. Hey, Miss Joyce. Okay.
That's
So we want to start. Where do you want to start? This is the Antonio T. Smith
Everywhere
show.
controversial. Anything controversial or anything people don't want to talk about,
See,
put
that's
me there.
been me. I be
Y'all
trying to
hit me
get away.
up. I'm responding
What
to
do
the
you think
messages.
about the Astros?
You know what? That's a really big deal.
I don't do
All right.
sports.
Okay,
so I don't know
talk
what
to me
y'all-
about that, because I don't. I'm like, well, they cheated. Did they really cheat? Like,
Well,
'cause-
the article I read. So this morning, the Houston Chronicle,
Uh-huh.
so they did two things.
Uh-huh.
They reposted what the commissioner said, and then the writer wrote his own commentary. And they broke it down. They literally put on script what the whole commissioner's report. It's actually quite terrible. I thought so. Tempest posted it to us yesterday, and I was like, same thing.
Yeah.
It's like, man, it's fine.
Y'all know
But
about
this
that.
morning they laid out the whole thing. Pull up
So we
the
cheated or something?
Houston
What happened? See, I don't
Oh,
even watch
it
sports,
was
so I don't even
absolutely-
know.
So the gist of it is, the owner had no knowledge. The league suspended the general manager and the.
How were they cheating? I don't watch sports.
So first off, stealing hand signals or signals has always been a part of baseball. Period. Point blank. That's just what it is. But what they were doing, so I forget which team. Yeah, that's it right there. I forget which team did it. I think it was the Braves. The Braves got in trouble in 2017 for sweeping bad stuff about it, and the Astros still did it. Now, I'm not here to hate on the Astros, especially in Houston, Texas, and they're right down the street, but that's not the point. The point is that what they were doing was they were taking the signals and from both digital and then using they're beating on trash cans to like smoke signals or something, right? Or like Morse code, and saying what was coming, or which pitches were coming. What was
I
going
see
on.
what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
And here's why it's pretty bad, because the report from the commissioner, from the what is it?
Baseball.
Yes, from baseball, the players admitted it gave them an unfair competitive advantage. Now, this is just me quoting the article. I read this at 4 o'clock this morning. There's no evidence they did it last year, right? There's no evidence they did last year, but it is evidence from the 2018 season. They did, and of course, whenever they won the World Series, right? So it's pretty bad, because it is bad because the Astros, And fantastic reputation. You become poster boys for the league, and it's just a black eye. It's just it's no different than doping in the UFC.
Right.
You know, it's just a scandal, but they'll get over it. But baseball will get over it. But it is pretty bad though. It is pretty bad.
Is it really bad? Because I mean, I was hearing people were like, oh, I'm so disappointed in the Astros, and I was like, oh, I don't think it was that big of a deal.
I didn't even know something
I
was
guess I
going
really
on.
need to read the article.
Yeah. You read the article, you see how bad. But I'm not here to. I've never really. If you want to find the poorest place on planet Earth, now I say this with respect to poor places on planet Earth, with the exception of people, sex trafficking.
Right. That's a different story.
40,000 children dying a day from hunger. So leaving that very respectable and empathetic argument out of that. Viral social media post, the comment section. It's the poorest place on planet Earth. Period. It could be a baby hearing for the first time, and there is some tool, and I want to say some other words, saying something incorruptible about this baby seeing or hearing for the first time, right? If you ever want, how sad are you? Now I feel bad. How bad is your life that you must go to social media and do that, right?
Especially a baby or a child.
Yeah, that's an internal. Well, it ain't gotta be a baby. It could be anything. It don't matter. We just can't wait to say something. We can't wait to say something.
Because it's already in their heart. It's so sad.
Trump, bad stuff. Obama, bad stuff. It just doesn't matter, right?
It don't matter. Just pick something and he don't like it.
No, it doesn't matter. But just while it was bad, I'm not willing to judge or just be careful, y'all. Be careful of the reality TV syndrome that we have as a country.
Yes.
We only watch reality TV so we can sit back and say that I'm better than whoever we watching.
My family ain't that bad.
That's the only reason we do it. No, we only do
My
it.
children ain't that bad.
What was the viral show? Well, the viral show about the mothers and the daughters were cheerleaders. And they went all sorts of crazy.
That's I know.
Oh, the pageant
It was like on TLC.
On TLC. We love that. We love to sit back and say we're not going to be those parents, but you're still forcing your kid to go to college because you're trying to compete with your sister.
Come on now.
Right? You're still putting your 18-year-old in $250,000 worth of debt or $95,000 worth of debt as a 19-year-old, 18-year-old,
and they'll never get out of it.
Competing with your sister because you don't want your son.
And your sister don't even like you.
We do stuff, but anyway.
I ain't got time for
so
that.
if you want to start anywhere, this is Real Talk Radio. This is where
Real Talk
I'm already off the hinges because I got.
And I'm trying to get on the hinges, but I just still stay in that group over there. I be trying, but.
What y'all want to talk about?
I want to talk about this GoFundMe when we have to do this for these funerals. Anything happen, we have to throw a GoFundMe page up on the.
That's for anything though. That's for healthcare. I mean, like you get diagnosed with cancer, and you're gonna be sent.
So why aren't we prepared for things like this? Why don't we have savings? Why don't we have investment? Why don't we have multiple streams of income?
Lay down, Antonio. I mean,
I got plenty to say about
this. That's what I'm saying.
Facts.
Yeah, but
this
like,
is what I'm not understanding.
How do you save money when you're making $7.25 an hour?
All right, now okay, all right.
And so even if you have 3 jobs, at $7.25 an hour, your rent is $1,500 a month.
That's completely unlivable.
How do you even afford to, like, you're barely struggling so much, less trying to save, and if you don't have health insurance, and even if you do have the health insurance, and your deductible is $10,000, realistically speaking. $10,000 before the insurance company will pay anything.
Anything.
And so
that's true.
So you have $10,000 and you're not even making $10,000. Like
no, we're so poor. $10,000 to stay alive becomes expendable income that we can't do.
Yes.
And I agree with what you're saying because the last 3 times we were in the emergency room with Mr. Hale, the deductible, they wanted us to pay $150 before they even see him. So I had to pay $150 for 3 times in a row. That was just my deductible. But then after we left, I still had to go get medication.
Yes,
So for that night, I was probably out about $300 every
One
night.
night, yeah.
And
One
that's
night.
because you had some form of
And
money.
insurance.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If you do not have insurance,
Oh, you're
I don't think
completely-
they would have took me if we didn't have
completely
insurance.
screwed.
That's the first thing they ask when you walk in there. Where's your insurance? You know.
So to Josh's point, you definitely
Yeah.
got systematic oppression going on.
Right,
and,
right,
And this
right.
oppression has. It doesn't
Y'all can
care
follow
of
it.
color. It just doesn't care of color. So the answer to your question is bifurcated.
Right.
You got culture is the problem,
Right.
and then systematic oppression. So I'll deal with the systematic oppression
Okay,
first because that's
okay.
the easiest. The only reason you got a $10,000 deductible is because you're looking for low premium payments, which you
Right,
can afford.
right, right,
It's only,
right.
There's no reason to
Yeah.
have a $10,000 deductible when you have money, because the first thing you're gonna do is pay $400 a month
Yeah.
and can afford it and have no deductible.
And no deductible.
You
Feel
get a
like I had like
$10,000 deductible because you
$150.
can't afford $400
Yeah.
a month,
Come
right?
on now.
Right, and but that's the system in itself oppressing all of. In this case, we're talking about America, because capitalism, really.
Yes,
At the end of the
yes,
day,
yes.
at the end of the day, your pharmacy companies are doing a fantastic job lobbying Congress
Yes.
and keeping it that way. And
I
that,
agree,
That,
I
that,
agree.
that is a form of oppression.
Yes.
It's just period, point blank. I have enough money to get something my way, so I'm going to oppress you as what it is, right? That's
Yes,
the easiest
yes,
part.
yes, yes.
The hardest part is the culture part that you just brought up. So if you're listening to me, this is where you either want to comment and say, "Woo, he
Call
owned
in.
it," or preach, or
Or whatever,
that young
amen
man
or
need to be
something.
quiet, or share this video and get thrown stones thrown at me because I'm about to come at the
Just
culture.
speak the truth.
In truth,
Mm-hmm.
it is not a problem of GoFundMe and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If your culture has let me break it down this way. When something's in your culture, we all do it.
Yes.
You don't have to understand it. You just do it.
Yes.
For instance, it seems as if all black folk talk the same. You see it on black Twitter and stuff. You
Right,
got all these
right.
funny things mamas be saying. What is your mama not? All right? Boo the food.
Come on
One
now.
of your little friends. Come on now. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? It's in our culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
When a now, this is where I'm finna get real factual here.
Okay.
When a Jewish person dies,
Mm-hmm.
their children get $1 million. That's in their culture. Period. They
hold on, one more time.
Yes,
Hold
yes.
on, repeat
We're in the
that.
wrong culture.
We're in the wrong
Yes,
culture.
yes.
We're in the wrong culture.
When a Jewish person dies,
Y'all please share.
it is in their culture to leave $1 million. Here's how. Because they have insurance as part of their culture.
Right,
Yeah.
They
right.
get the whole life. They get life insurance. I won't get too technical, but they get life insurance
right.
plans that they can benefit while living.
Correct.
They can draw money from it. The more you pay, you get a premium back. All that stuff. Whole life insurance. All of that. That's part of that process.
Right, right.
You find somebody that's in Prime America. They could probably tell you about that, right? Now, so when they die, they have $1 million policy for the death per child.
Yeah.
So in their death, that is $1 million that
child.
Lucy and Bobby is going to get because daddy died.
Yeah.
And then mom died, now you got another $1 million. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
In our culture, we don't have that in the
have
culture.
nothing.
We only do what's in the culture. Now you have to transcend or ascend, same words, past your culture to start doing different things.
Yes.
Jewish people die, they get $1 million. When we die,
You don't get nothing
we
else.
get
Bills.
a house that we're gonna fight over with 9 children, depending on
And the
you
house
know.
about to
So
fall
if
in.
you're my age, it's something like 4 children. When your mama's age is 9 children. The
Yeah.
reason they had a lot of kids back then because there was no future health plan or something like that. So you had a bunch of kids hoping that one of your kids would
Somebody
be
would
stupid
do something.
and not put you in a nursing home and take care of you in
Somebody
your
gonna
old age.
take
That's-
care of
It's
me.
the only reason why in the 1800s
Out
and
of one of
1900s
these
people
kids,
had
somebody
9
gonna take
kids
care of me.
because having a lot of kids was your future health care, right?
Yeah.
We don't got to do that no more. Now we got 1.25 kids and stuff like that.
Well, my dad said the reason there was 12 of them because they needed the help in the field and the sharecropping.
No doubt.
Yeah, they needed- that's why they
yeah,
had
you
and
can't
they
separate a person from the culture.
That's what
It's
they
not
were
in
doing.
our culture to, sorry, but it's not in our culture to set up the next generation.
Yes.
because since we don't have anything, the moment we get something,
it's gone.
we're accidentally so selfish, we absorb the whole crop from the field as soon as we get it. we get a good job, and what do? We go get a good house, we go get a good car, and now we don't have the harvest of the good job. Because one check goes to the house and the bills, the other check goes to the car and the car insurance. That's our culture. And that's not black. That is middle class on down. Okay? And in truth, and you probably want to talk about this, or there is no such thing as middle class. Y'all have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, run amok. Okay? You did not land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed upon you. There is no middle class anymore. Here's how it used to work. FDR dropped the New Deal. Now, you got AOC trying to do the new, great New Deal, right? Now that's a bad thing, but when FDR did it, it's a good thing.
Yes.
There's a reason for that. If you ask me, I'll get into it, but I won't get into it unless you ask me, because it's going to make a lot of people upset. It used to be 12 people paid into the system through FICA, right, your taxes,
right.
Social Security, for one person.
Yes.
Now it's one person, now it's 12 people drawing from one person paying in. And it has nothing to do with the fact that y'all lazy. It has everything to do with the fact that America is overworked and underpaid.
Yes,
By the time you 40, your body is broken. Period, point blank. And so now you on Social Security. You in the 80s, you never saw someone 23 on disability. They would have had to have one of those outward handicaps that you can see for that to happen. Down syndrome, something like that, right? You know, I'm not trying to disrespect it. Something like that, right? Scoliosis. Remember they used to test everybody in the elementary for scoliosis and all that stuff. Polio, you know, all that stuff like that. But now we're so overworked. We're so everything. The system needs to be fixed. Capitalism needs to be fixed. I'm not saying do away with capitalism.
Right, I know.
Don't throw me under no bus or stone me. I'm just saying it needs to be fixed. Because I'm going to keep getting rich. The system is designed to keep me that way. If I was poor, I'm going to keep getting poor. There is no longer a middle class. The middle class has been overtaken by the global class. What you have now is a global class and the illusion of an upper class and then poor. Period. Global class, Oprah, Jay-Z, Tom Hanks, Trump. These people, dollars work wherever they want them to work.
Yes.
You get them? They're rich in whatever continent they are on. You understand what I'm saying? That's a global class.
Okay.
You get it. They got banks in the Cayman Islands, you know, all that stuff like that. The illusion, you got the upper class. If you aren't making the government tells you nope, that's not right. The government tells you $350,000 now puts you in the top 1% for the, no, it's not, it's 450,000. Puts you in the top 1% for, you can look at it in CNN Money. To be in America, you're top 1% at $450,000. Makes sense. Why does Congress make $450,000? Just about, right? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, you can say something. I know you. I got plenty to say. I got plenty to say. Go ahead, sir.
Go ahead, Josh.
No, I'm just like, you know, that's absolutely right. When we think the top 1%, we're thinking you have to be a billionaire, but it's really only $450,000. But if you're making $450,000, you're living comfortably.
Yes.
You know, you're not worried about that's $500,000 almost that you're you know. But for some people won't even make that in their lifetime. You know, not in their lifetimes. And so, like, how do we get out of this? How do we start telling people, hey, okay, life insurance, you shouldn't buy life insurance? Because a lot of people, like, I'm thinking myself, shit, I'm gonna have to get insurance on everybody I know. I'm gonna get insurance policy.
No doubt. For one,
all my family, y'all know I got policies on y'all.
I don't even think about
insurance.
At this point, I don't even think about insurance anymore. I just pay cash, right?
Well,
I don't even think about insurance. But if I die, my kids are straight.
Yeah.
Because I'm not playing my culture's game. I'm playing another culture's game.
Okay.
I just said a whole lot right there.
That's
okay?
a whole
I'm
lot
not,
right
it's
there.
not my culture game I'm playing. I'm playing another culture's game. There is, y'all. Let me tell you what they're not telling you. Now,
Yes, that's what we need to hear. Y'all share this video. We need to. Everybody need to hear this. Share, y'all.
When I want you to think, I gotta spend 30 seconds being psychological real quick so everybody can be on the same page. When we get enough, whatever that means,
Whatever that means,
enough votes,
enough for you,
enough money, enough members in the church, enough radio listeners, we stop risking and we start protecting. I'm gonna say that again. Once we get enough, whatever that means,
yes,
whatever that means to you in your field, whatever that is, what we do is we stop risking and we start protecting. Now, when you have enough, you automatically become a winner. We just need to process this information. You have enough, you're a winner.
Yes.
And winners do one thing historically. Well, two things historically. Right rules, right history.
All right now.
We need to break this down, okay? So I said 30 seconds, give me 15 more.
Take your time. Like
winners,
take your time.
Right rules, and then right history.
Yes.
You understand? This is why they taught me that my history started with American slavery. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
right?
yes,
I'm not
yes,
trying to bring in color. I'm just telling you that I did not know that my history did not start before American slavery, right? Now, so now that we got that understanding together, let's break it down.
Okay.
Winners write rules. So if I got enough, what you think I'm going to do to protect it? I'm going to write rules to make you work harder than what I had to work to get it. Because I don't want you to get it like I got it. Because if you get it like I got to share it. Is this making sense to you?
Yes.
We act like this as kids. If I got Legos, and if I think I got enough Legos, I put my Lego, I'm 6 years old, put my Legos to the side, I don't give a damn about them Legos. Not one. Until one of my friends come over.
Yep.
Or sibling.
A sibling.
As soon as a sibling wants that, I want that too.
And they
you weren't even playing with it.
And now we ready to fight over
it.
Lego,
Didn't even know the thing still was in the house.
So if we did it at 6, you know we doing it at 66.
Yeah.
So what I'm telling you is part of the problem is we have written rules to keep y'all in oppression. It's hard. I'm going to prove that to you. The second thing they do is they write history. The oppressor, or excuse me, the oppressed will never write. If I go into a country and dominate that country, if I take out the warrior class, and I dominate that country because my technology is better, I'm telling that story the way I want to tell that story.
Right.
This is proof of the American Revolution. That, you know, how this country was founded is taught a tad bit differently in America than in England.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I understand.
Or the rest of the world.
The rest of the world. You sure right about that, right? So we write history and we write rules. Now, here's how that makes sense to you. Everybody lean in. If you're watching on all these devices, check this out. Why in the hell do you think that when you was a kid, you can spend $1 and get high off candy? At the corner store, and you can't do that no more. It's simple, because the best way for me to keep you not having my money is to devalue your money.
You know that's right.
Process the information. I got it. Now that I got it, allow me that colloquialism, right? I got it. Now I want to make it harder for you to get it. See, it doesn't matter to me if I devalue money. We call it inflation. We got a little pretty words for it. Money has been dropped by 87% since 1920. It's the truth. It is the absolute truth. A $100 bill was equivalent to $1,000 today, right?
Yeah.
Why did we do that? We didn't do that because, more people are out. That's a lie. I've devalued the dollars for a very specific reason. Because now you got to get a whole bunch to get to what I got. But it's automatic for me to get to a whole bunch because once you have let me say it this way. Getting from $1,000 to $100,000 is the fight for your life.
Yes.
Getting from $100,000 to $1 million is the second hardest fight for your life. Now watch this. Getting to 1 million to 10 million is a medium fight for your life. Once you get to 10 million, there is no fight.
Okay.
It grows by itself. Period. When you get to $10 million, there is no work no more.
All right now.
Your money grows without effort. This is why the Rothschilds they make, I ain't even looked it up. You can Google it for me. They make a certain amount of money per second that's astronomical. Anyone J.P. Morgan descendants.
All of them, yes.
You get it? They have enough money to where this would keep making money.
I agree.
What I'm trying to teach y'all is the system is set up so you got to fight harder than you ever fought
I agree.
to get to the top 1%. Is it impossible? No.
No.
But you got to, the answer to Josh's question is why it's like that. You got to account, if you're going to get out of it, you got to account for what's going on.
Yes.
If you don't account for what's going on, then you're screwed.
All right now.
If you tell me that the crime rate in Chicago is high, I'm going to tell you you're accounting for it. Don't tell me it's high, because if you know it's high, then you are influencing that.
Yes.
You're either pumping in guns or drugs or whatever and benefiting from it, or you're doing
Or
nothing about
harvesting.
it. You're doing nothing about it.
That's
Don't
right.
tell me my girlfriend is cheating. You're accounting for it. You
might
either
be the one.
helped her
Come on now.
or didn't help me.
One or the other.
Anyway, I'm talking too much. Y'all.
That's the truth, though. You're telling the truth.
It's
You're telling the truth.
It's-
You're
this-
so telling the truth.
there is rules to making money, and then there's rules to making money in this system that they don't
Yes.
teach y'all. Right? You're not
I
learning this in
agree.
college. You're just not. It's unfair. But I'll pass it back to Josh. He's got some bubblers. Something. But we stop. I got plenty to say.
We listening too.
It's a matter of. It's really a matter of winners and losers.
Yes, yes.
I'm not telling you this is right. I am telling you this is what it is.
It is what it is.
So you have you have oh my God, I could talk about what's going on with China, what's going on with Iran. All of it is relevant for today.
Correct.
All of you just need to know that if you don't like your situation, quote this for me.
Okay.
If you don't like your situation, someone is accounting for it.
All right now.
And you need to receive that. I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
I'm just woke. If
Wake
you
us
don't
up.
like where you are right where someone
Who
wants
wants you to be.
Yes.
It
I
just
agree with
is
that.
way.
I agree with that.
There's no reason AIDS should be a problem.
I
There
agree.
is no,
There's no reason.
scientific reason why AIDS should still be a problem. Now, I mean, no disrespect to the
I know what
HIV
you're saying.
community.
I
I'm
know.
just telling you that we put people on the moon and knew in a fraction of a second when they was going to land.
Yes.
We just took pictures of Pluto,
Yes.
but AIDS is a problem. That don't make no sense.
Makes no sense at all.
That don't make
It
no
really-
sense.
Or all these other diseases like diabetes.
Yeah,
Why is
cancer.
insulin so expensive when
Somebody making money.
the guy who invented it made sure that it was
That's right.
he had no patent on it because he did not want the price of insulin to be so
So
high.
high where we
That's right.
couldn't afford it.
And then bam,
That's right. That's exactly right.
now insulin is $400 or $500,
That's a shame.
Has
and
to be.
it's crazy.
It has
they're
to
like, oh well, we tweak it a little bit. Oh really?
Still shouldn't
Oh,
be that
okay.
much.
be. It has to be because when he invented it, he said, "This is free for the world."
Yes.
And somebody went, "Hell no!
No, it ain't
I'm not
free for
making money off of
everybody.
that."
Yeah, I'm not making out for money.
We
off
ain't
free.
making nothing off of this.
Nikola Tesla literally did. This man was one of the greatest inventors of planet Earth. And he died poor. Okay, he literally died poor. Now that's a fantastic business lesson for y'all. When you invent something, you own it.
Yes.
Okay, that's a very fantastic lesson. That's a different radio show for a different time, but you need
Yeah.
to own it.
You own it.
So, man, we had steam engines. Electric car. Wait, y'all. Look it up.
Yes.
We had electric cars in the 30s and 40s and all that stuff. And then the automobile industry lobbied and wrote rules to suppress that battery.
I believe that.
Look it up. It is facts. I'm not making this up. See, let me tell you why. Have y'all ever heard of net neutrality?
Yes.
All right, let me tell you what's going on with net neutrality. I want all of you to process this information. If you don't know what net neutrality is, Obama got in office and said, you know what? Now, this isn't pro-Obama or against Obama.
Right.
This is just facts.
Mm-hmm.
Obama got in office and said, you know what? Josh ought to have the same right to the internet that the owner of Comcast does. Period, point blank. This needs to be even.
Yes.
See, the problem is the internet is making people like me from the hood rich.
Come on now.
This is a major problem. Because now you can't dumb down my dollars. You can't give me that whole 87% devalue.
Right.
And you can't even be racist against me on the internet.
That's
You
right.
can comment racist against me,
But that don't mean
but the market loves value.
yes.
If you are good, they're going to
Good.
buy from you.
Yes.
Period, point blank. And the internet makes that possible. So let's talk about net neutrality.
Yes.
Actually, let's talk about supremacy first.
Okay.
Now, I said supremacy. Whatever word or
You
verb
use.
or noun you want to put in front of that, I ain't got nothing to do with
with
that.
that.
Or an adjective. If you want to describe what kind of supremacy, you can do that on your own. I'm just saying supremacy.
Yes.
Supremacy. We currently, supremacy currently controls everything. For God's sakes, we have a space force. We literally, you know how weird it is to say we don't control space.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
We need to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this is you either gotta be high or super privileged to say, yo, we don't control that up there. Let's run that. Now, you know what supremacy does not control?
What?
The internet.
I see. where
The
you're going.
only place where supremacy has not oppressed is the internet.
Okay. Okay.
And what the appealing of net neutrality.
Or yet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yet.
Yes.
That's what net neutrality is for.
Yes.
Because too many people, there's 1,730 millionaires being created a day. A day.
From the internet.
A day from the internet. A day. There is a young boy, Ryan. He's like 8 years old. He's making $22 million.
About the toys.
Yeah, about the
The
toys.
little boy.
Raking in that
myself.
cash.
Yeah.
Been doing it, right? Because the internet is not controlled by supremacy. So what do they say? We don't control that, Josh.
They can't control
We
that
need to
one.
fix that.
Immediately.
Immediately.
That's how they,
Yeah.
that's how they stop
Exactly.
us from making our money.
Yes.
Is by saying, okay, so you want this, then you're gonna have to pay a premium for
That's
this.
right.
Oh, you want to ask this necklace? Okay, well, it's gonna cost you
This amount.
an extra,
You understand?
$10, $20 more a month just to be able to get
You get what I'm saying?
Netflix.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, you want to access Antonio Smith Jr.'s website? Oh, you're
You
gonna have to
gotta
pay
pay.
him $100.
Yeah. So
We
what's-
don't want you
You gotta
to
pay.
No, they don't. They're gonna start doing like they do in cable TV. They're gonna be like, all right, well, you get internet. Oh yeah, great. Oh yeah, for
For
$29.99 you get internet. Great, that's good. No, that just means email.
that's it.
Right?
Yeah,
that's it.
CNN, MSNBC.
You don't get the whole
boom.
package.
Well, I want to get on social media. Oh, I'm glad you said that.
That-
$49.99 a month
All right.
for social media.
Yes.
But what about YouTube? Oh,
Oh.
glad you asked.
Thanks
Yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
For
glad you
$99.99 a month, that's what they're
Yep.
trying to do.
Yes.
I
And they're
see
not
that.
trying to do it for money. Everybody pay attention to me. This is something I learned from the hood. I didn't read this in no books. Nobody taught me this. I know this from growing up in the hood. In the drug infested environment, kill or be killed.
All right,
Real
now.
power is felt, not seen.
All right.
Real power is felt, not seen. This is very important. So if you're saying, if everybody is saying the same thing, that's not what they're doing. If there is an Illuminati and you call it Illuminati, it ain't called Illuminati.
All right.
It's something else.
Right,
I'm
yeah.
not telling you it don't exist. I'm just telling you once everybody is agreeing on something, there's somebody controlling that thing. So if you think they're doing it to make money, that's a side effect. They're doing it so you don't make money. Because winners write rules and write history.
Y'all hear that? Say that again.
Winners write rules and write history.
Yes.
And now too many of y'all are infringing upon my right for my dollars to grow without me working. I'll prove it to you in another example. Have you ever seen Congress, doesn't matter who you like in Congress, get mad at a big tech company? Yes. And they bring them up and they grill them.
Yes.
They got Mark Zuckerberg. They had the Google CEO.
Yeah, so,
all of them there.
Yeah.
And these guys don't even understand the internet. I want you to process this information for a second. In your Congress, there are mostly politicians. What does a politician degree consist of?
Lying. How to lie to the public. 101.
You talk about history,
That's the first lesson.
poli science. There's no engineers in Congress.
No.
There's no computer programmers in Congress.
No.
Not only does Congress not look like America, it doesn't even have the jobs that run America.
That normal people.
You understand what I'm saying?
have.
The people in Congress don't even know how to do anything but check their email.
If they know how to do that, they have
You
a
get it?
secretary for
Yes.
Well, my emails
but
say
how
today.
are you in charge of the world's #1 superpower
Right?
and you don't even know the internet?
I don't know nothing.
Either you're really smart or you're writing rules so you don't have to get smart. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
You either super smart or you're writing rules so you don't have to get smart. Anyway, keep going. I got plenty
Keep
to
going.
say.
Okay.
I got plenty to say.
So let us know. Are you still running for the president of the United States? Because I'm ready to travel. I'm ready to go.
That does make sense. I learned something so good. I'm basically not running. I am, but I'm not. Man, let me tell you, they do such a good job. This is what I found out.
Okay.
I got the backing, I got everything.
Yes.
But as you get to the
I know
debates,
that's right.
each debate
Uh-huh.
cost
Yes.
Money.
money, plenty of money, but they so slick with it.
But don't you have to have the 500,000 up front or something?
All right.
That big amount of money?
Yes, that's
And you can't give it. That has to come from donations.
okay. So that second thing she said, that's what's felt.
Yep.
Everybody, it costs money. That's what's seen.
Yes.
What's felt is you have to have a certain amount of money and
That's right.
certain amount of
Yep.
donors who gave it.
Yes.
And it increases with each debate.
Yes.
So now it's astronomical. They start off, okay, you get 3,000 people donate, you can get that. And then they just keep increasing the
increasing
dollar
it.
amount
Yep.
and how many donors. Now, it's smart, per se, because you're getting the most... Actually, I'm trying to be nice.
So don't you think that's a
Well, I
way of
mean,
weeding out certain people?
I mean, we
That's
had
what's
like
seen.
16 people running for president.
And they
Makes
dropping
sense.
out
How,
like flies.
how can you have 16 people on a stage?
That
You
makes
can.
that makes total sense. That's what's seen.
Hey, bro.
What's felt is, did the best people still survive, or did the people who raised the most money
The people that
survive?
raised the
The-
most money.
The people who raise the most money.
And
Oh,
that's
100%.
not the
So are
smartest
you
people
really
either.
getting the best
No,
candidate?
no.
I'm not
No.
saying you're not. I'm not saying
No,
you
we're
are.
not.
But
Well,
the
we're
facts
not.
are,
No, we're
it's
not.
You're not voting for the best. You're voting for the best fundraiser.
Razor. That's it.
So let me. This is too much.
To me,
This
it
is-
just
this
seems
is
like
real
they
talk.
were just trying to
Yeah.
weed out certain people,
It's
Just because you have money don't mean you smart. All they're going to do is hire somebody else to do it and just put you on the front, but you still not in touch with reality, what really is going on in America.
So
Like
do you
said-
do you want someone running your country not in touch with reality? I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm just we don't have everybody talking about common sense politics. That's fair.
Yeah.
We don't have common sense going on, right? Again, why is there not a school teacher in Congress?
That's what I want to know.
You get what I'm saying?
Because she'd probably be the smartest person there.
Why is there not a janitor in Congress?
You'd be the smartest
Well,
person there.
it requires money and it requires
Yep.
influence. So you need to be able to have.
They don't want no
I mean,
janitor
just like
there.
that, the guy. I mean, he came close, but no cigar. He was a plumber. I think he was a
Oh,
plumber.
I remember that guy that ran the
And-
plumber.
He was in some other state, and he was running against like Mitch McConnell or
Right.
somebody
He
like
came
that.
real close, though.
He came close, a plumber, close, but he had a ton of support, a ton of money. He had a ton of people trying to back him. He had Bernie. He had all these like celebrities trying to. But without that, you don't go anywhere. You don't
That's
go.
right.
You don't go nowhere.
That's right.
I agree.
That's right. So are you getting the best? Because the best, and we all know this to be facts, okay? The best, most honest, hardworking people, the biggest donors in the world are in the middle class and poor.
Yes, I agree.
Y'all know this here.
Yeah.
You know your daddy worked hard, 3 jobs to put you to school, so you don't have to do 3 jobs. The people driving America don't represent America.
Yes.
Because
yes,
winners write rules.
Yes.
I love that.
And then they write history to convince you this is the right way.
That's true.
I'm going to get assassinated. This is too much. This is right.
I need you to
CIA
live.
people, whatever them
I need
people
you to
coming up
live.
here.
I mean, you got to, here's, let's talk about choice.
Yes.
This is finna really get me.
Is it really a choice?
No.
No.
You've never decided nothing in your life. Choice
What
is an
people tell
illusion.
you.
Choice is an illusion. Choice is a social construct that is set up by the winners to keep losers in check. Period.
Say it again.
Quote that for me, please.
Say it again.
Choice is a social construct set up by winners to keep losers
Yeah.
in check.
Right.
I'll explain. You think you went
Somebody
to the
just
store.
said you said a mouthful because a lot of us don't have daddies. In
Yeah.
the homes.
Right. You get what I'm saying? I mean, but now you know what? So let's I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
let
Delvin.
Rami talk about the daddies in the home here in a second, right? You go to the store, you pick out shoes. Did you?
No.
Or did you pick what I told you to pick?
You picked
I only pick from those choices.
or from what you saw on the internet, like, or what you saw on Facebook. Oh, my
what
friend.
I saw
oh,
somebody
so
had
wearing,
on, and I wanted
Jay-Z's
it.
wearing these. I need to have these
But
shoes.
I don't have Jay-Z money though.
But you understand what I'm saying? Like you ain't picking
There's
nothing.
$200 shoes.
No, you're not picking your weave. Somebody picked that for you.
They got it from China.
But who picked
India.
it? A winner controlling the system.
Yeah.
And since they get the pick, that's who makes the money.
But in that hair industry, we the main one wear the hair, but we don't even own anything for the hair. We cannot even get a contract for the hair.
And that's why I'm going to keep you. That's why I'm going to keep writing the history and telling you
Right.
it's beautiful. Not to say it's not beautiful. I just need you to fight the beauty battle, not the money battle.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear what I just said?
Yeah.
I need you to
Write down for him.
Yeah, write that down.
You know what I'm saying? I need you to
But
fight.
it was a law
Yes.
that President Nixon put in there when he gave that law for them to be able to, I guess when they got out of communists or whatever they were trying to do, he signed that bill where we would give them that money and we would take that trade industry to bring over here in the United States. But I'm not saying, now if I want to get in the hair industry business, I cannot even get in that business because nobody will sell the hair to me.
No, you would have to fly all the way to India. I mean, you would have
And
to
they
fly.
probably still wouldn't talk to
Yeah,
me.
yeah, you would have to fly. You would have
Fight
to.
the
You,
beauty matter. That's right.
Y'all, it's not much difference between the dope game and the capitalism.
Yeah.
It's not much difference at
Yeah.
all. Actually, if I would honestly tell you there is no difference.
I would
Someone,
tell
a winner said one is illegal,
Yeah.
and a winner said one is legal.
Legal, one or the other.
Period.
Mhm.
Most of your wealth. Let's break this down. Don't let me forget to come back to the no
The
dads in
daddy
the
part.
homes.
Okay, we're coming back to it, Delvin.
How did wealth get amassed in America? Actually, forget America. There's only 2 ways, and there's a third way that's hidden. There's 2 ways that countries became superpower.
Mm-hmm.
Child labor or
Yes,
slavery.
yes, one or the other.
That's it. Child labor or slavery. A country that didn't get the profit off of child labor or slavery is not a superpower today. It just is what it is. It's not happening. America got where it got through child labor. Let's just go take Western Civ 2.
Right.
Right? Just go take Western Civ 2, get to, I think it starts like 1850 to present day. You're going to find out it was 6-year-olds in an assembly line.
Yes.
You know what
You're
I'm saying?
right.
Like
You're telling
child
the truth.
labor. But before child labor, what was it? Slavery.
It's slavery.
Because slavery is pennies on a dollar. Child labor is pennies on a dollar. So of course you can make money when you're not paying out salaries.
And your pipeline to prison, that's just a new
Well,
form
did
of
you
slavery
hear?
now.
Did you hear that Michael Bloomberg had inmates in the prison making his phone calls, his political phone call for pennies.
You see
This
what I'm
guy,
saying?
Yeah, remember we
they're
talked
making
about
like
that computer?
$1.25 a day.
A day.
A day.
Well, that's a lot compared to what they make here in Texas.
With the average donation of X amount of money. How
Yeah.
can you not get rich off of that?
$1.20. You're paying someone $1.25 to work an 8-hour job.
Come on, man.
For
10
$30
hours.
a month.
But why is, now, see,
That's it.
that's facts. That's like
That's
that's
true.
brilliant facts what you just said.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's what, if y'all hear anything I am saying, real power is felt, not seen. Always look at what is felt.
Yes.
So let's take that same statement. Now that you know that that's legal,
Yes.
who the hell made it legal?
The one who wrote the rules.
The 13th Amendment.
Yeah, the 13th Amendment.
You got to think about this here for a second. Slavery is absolutely legal. If you just go read the 13th Amendment.
Yes.
They just have to lock you up first.
That's it, right? That's it. That's it.
As long as they put you in chains, they've been trying to change.
Look at the amendment.
Yes.
As long as you are in prison, and they got some ambiguous words there to make prison a whole bunch of stuff. Okay?
Yes. Right.
We can legally. So did America ever get rid of slavery? No.
No.
But here's the crazy thing: who was smart enough to say, "Don't abolish slavery"?
Yeah, just turn it around.
Give the illusion that you did,
but you really did.
and then keep slavery. And then what you gonna do with what you gonna do with 37 million folk that just won the civil rights movement?
Put them back in jail.
But go back to slavery. How we gonna do that? And that's where you get all that mandatory minimums and all that stuff, right? But that's that's
strike rules and all of this.
That's called the omnibus. The street name for it is the Crime Bill Act, signed by Bill Clinton.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
He was on that film, the 13th Amendment.
Let me.
I got it on there. I saw it, the film. And
I haven't even seen it, but
it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. Yeah, I know it's on Netflix. I haven't even seen it.
Yeah, I showed it to the kids.
I just read. You understand? I just read. You ain't. Soon as they put the internet out, I ain't had to use the Dewey Decimal System no more.
All right now.
I went out and read. I just read. Tell me what y'all talking about so I can account for your oppression.
Well, that's good that you can read, but what about, say, for instance, now that I have kids in the 5th grade going to the 6th grade reading on a kindergarten level? So where would that lead them? Can't even read. So how are you going to fill out a job application? How are you going to read your lease agreement and you reading on a kindergarten level already? So that means by the time I get to 12th grade, I might be on a 2nd grade level. Might.
No doubt. So I'm going to answer that in 2 ways. I'm going to answer in the way I should answer it, and then I'm going to answer the way I want to answer it. Okay?
That's fair.
I should answer that, that's absolutely messed up, right? And that's a product of our American system.
Yes.
Because we don't want smart, free people.
Yes.
Because we got the H-1B1 visa. We go get geniuses from other countries and bring them here.
Bring them here.
Y'all look this up. I'm not like every time I talk. I'm so used to doing this that I always put out facts. Go ahead.
Well, the thing that anything that they don't want us to know, they're just going to either put it in a book somewhere where we need to read because we're not going to read it.
Well, that comes from slavery.
We're not going to read
that. Now you speaking most black folk. That comes from because it was elite.
Yeah.
So remind me, write this in the next. Remind me to come back. So single,
come back to daddy and
then black folk not being able to read. I'll come back to that. That's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing.
That's a whole different thing.
And I only hit that for like 2 minutes because I don't want to get punched in the face, right?
Oh,
but
Lord.
No
violence.
There is. She's posting links out there. That I just dropped.
What link? Where can they go to see the post?
Look, post it in. If you just type in Facebook Antonio T Smith Jr.
Y'all got that. Go ahead. And y'all make sure y'all follow him.
Look. Open up another window and go on her feed and post them same links in her feed. And then open up another window with a Josh feed and post them same links in his feed.
I
think Josh doing his.
Yeah, I have following. I have yours shared as well too on mine.
Yeah, Josh doing yours now.
Good. I sure appreciate you. I'm telling you. So let me. It's so much.
You're right, Lanisha.
Whoever Lanisha is, I like your name in the first place.
That's my daughter's name too.
Okay.
She said much of the information is worded differently or is not provided in the textbooks.
because winners write rules.
That's right.
Winners write history.
Right, Delvin. That's right.
Right. That is the. So I have a master's degree, and I'm not saying because I have a master's degree, but I got beat up.
Oh.
When I got my bachelor's,
that'll link y'all. She put it in here.
I got my master's. Yeah, keep doing it.
Yeah,
every time I drop something. I
Go
got a master's, and what happened, Josh? They wouldn't let me. I kept BSing my papers. Real
I know
talk,
about
I
that.
did. Went in
I
there
know
with the
about
silver
that.
tongue, thinking they
Yeah.
like, you ain't arguing jack, right? You know what
I
I'm
know
saying?
about this.
So now, since I got beat up and I know how to write, and I write books and papers and stuff, whenever I'm in a public forum, the first thing I'm gonna do is drop a thesis,
Come on now.
right? I must clearly state my thesis, and I'm gonna argue that thesis with with
Right,
facts,
yes.
and I'm gonna always bring up opposing viewpoints.
That's right.
Because I'm trained to do so, because I learned a culture outside of mine how to talk. The reason I am successful is because I talk well. I can talk hood,
If I have to.
or I can get in front of the University of Houston and talk to
Talk the
scholars,
way, yes.
or I can go into the church and
Diversible.
talk to scholars. I can use some SAT words. I can start telling you about all sorts of stuff, because you have to learn this. You don't have to learn this stuff. So
Yes.
let me finish this thought about the 12-year-old kids. Can't read. That just is what it is.
Yes.
And it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But that is because that's the answer I want to give. That is wherever there is a lack of money, there is poverty.
You're right.
It's facts. And we don't care about teachers or education.
No, they
if
don't.
we did, money would be there.
We wouldn't have to
If we
do
paid
extra stuff.
teachers like we paid athletes,
They wouldn't have to
we
do
wouldn't
second
even have this
jobs.
argument right now, right? Now here's what I want to tell you.
Tell us.
So what? Why you keep training your kid to be an employee
Yes.
in a system
You're right, Delvin.
from their oppressor?
You're right. I agree.
Don't do it. Because let me tell you something. When you want to get a job, they say, Josh,
Yep.
what's your background? What's your social?
Yep.
Do you have a felony?
Last 10 years, where you lived at?
Yes.
I need 15 references.
Yes.
I need your phone number. What's
Yes.
your credit score? You start a business? They say, what's the name of your business?
And that's it.
Point blank.
I can't get rid of that, right?
Just go get my
Come on.
DBA and I'm done. and let's go.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So if you know that's a problem, why you keep trying to
You're right,
train your
Alicia.
kids
You're right.
to fix a problem that ain't gonna fix them?
It's not.
You know what I'm saying?
And I had a problem with, well, especially one of the school districts I was teaching in, that whoever wrote these laws, now we have that it's a no fail policy. So it doesn't matter if I make all F's or I don't pass the STAR. I'm still going on to the next level. So my problem was, all right, you know these kids, like you said, from minority kids. I'm assuming, I know that's not happening over there in River Oak. But my thing was, you have a no fail policy. This is just not per school district. These are some, like you said, the people who write these laws. So you telling me it's all right for a fifth grader to go to the sixth grade only reading on a kindergarten level? What are you trying to set up here? Because this is, if you, any normal person look at this, knowing this is not right.
That shouldn't be shocking.
I know.
Would you like me to just get Antonio T. Smith Jr. real?
Yes. of
Nothing
course.
about that should shock you, because the black man got the right to vote before the white woman in America.
All right then. You're right.
You need to process what
was
I'm
your
saying.
question, Delvin? I'm sorry.
The woman sleeping with the rule writer got the right to vote after the 3/5 person. So this really shouldn't shock you.
You're right,
You
Delvin.
get what I'm saying? It shouldn't shock you. The single dad, I mean the dads are the issue. For one, obviously, if I can account for some numbers, it means I'm controlling it. Right?
Yes, yes,
It
yes.
just is what it is. And then there is a documentary called 72%. It's crazy. And in the 70s, there was a scholar. I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head, but he said the black household rate had 35%. Yeah, Devin, you can ask your question.
Ask your question, Delvin.
The 35%. You can call in too.
Yeah, call in, Devin.
Yeah,
I put
yeah.
the number in there, 281
In the
318
70s,
8650.
The black household was 35% single household, single family household.
Right,
single,
right.
You know, single parent household. And they said it is an emergency.
To get the dad out the house.
Today, no, excuse me, as of 2013, it was 72%. If it was a national emergency at 35%,
Delvin.
and now it's 72%, and it went up that high, somebody's controlling the system.
Oh Lord.
Go ahead, look. She got more links for y'all. Post that out there.
That's
Post that out there.
Apostle William
Campbell.
Hey there,
Campbell.
Apostle William Campbell.
Y'all pray for him
Come on
because
in here and save us.
Antonio, sit right next to Antonio so he can make sure you act right.
Yeah, you come. It was
Antonio.
peaceful and nice in here till you walked in the
What you
room.
about to say? You about to say something for you.
Nothing.
She's posting a link to what I just said.
Yeah.
Every time I say something,
Post
it's post them links so they don't think I'm out here.
Y'all can call in 281-318-8650. He's gonna go back. Oh,
I'll go
said
back
he
to
want to
whatever.
know a lot
I'm
of
here for
kids
2
that
hours.
don't have the dads.
Well, 31
Yeah,
minutes.
31 minutes.
I'm here for 31 minutes.
30
Yeah.
more minutes only.
30.
Oh, I'm here for 30 minutes. There you go.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
2 hours.
That 2 hours flew by
That
already.
flew by, didn't it?
Hey,
I did.
Hey.
Get somebody.
what was his question?
He said go back to where a lot of kids don't have dads in the house.
Yeah. So I
We
was,
got you,
I was
Delvin.
actually
You
doing
can
that
call
right
in,
now.
Delvin.
It's just got a delay in the feed.
Okay.
To post that link there too. Right now, we got 72% of our households that don't have single-parent households.
Hook it up to the young
The
husband.
issue is,
She got
the
stuff.
issue is now. There's just watch this 72% documentary. Okay, you put it out there, right?
Yeah, I got
Put
it right
on-
here.
Okay,
I got
good,
it.
good. So
I
it's,
got
it's
it.
there. Y'all, I'm not saying stuff
It's
off
out
the top
there.
of my head.
Yeah.
This
This
information
is
is out there.
documented
Okay,
stuff.
This
And that's
information
it's
is
out there.
The information is out there. The issue is not that 72% in the black household that doesn't have dual parents. The issue is I can account for it, so
Right.
I'm controlling it. You have here's a cell phone. I can throw this cell phone against the wall and break it. That would me being applying Newton's laws of
Oh,
motion.
I'm sorry, David.
That would be me applying Newton's laws of motion. I can burn this cell phone, and since matter is 90% empty, then what I can do is take it back to its chemical state
Yes.
and make it real small, Apollo ash or something like that, right?
Yes.
Anything you can account for, you can control. If you tell me that 72% of the black American household is of one parent, you're also controlling
Oh, thank
that.
you, Lanisha.
You're also controlling that. But we already know. We already talked about it. The Omnibus Crime Bill Act. You posted that, right?
Yes, I have that.
The
at
moment we
72.
privatized prisons,
Yes.
and the moment we came up with mandatory minimums,
Yes.
it's a moment we populated the same households. You say 72% don't have fathers.
Right.
They're in prison.
Correct.
Period.
Now let
It's
me
being
ask you,
controlled. Yeah,
when it's called about the Willie Lynch letter, where he said if you keep if you take the man out of the family and that weakens the family, just leave the mom, I guess, for her to raise the boys because she will teach those boys how to fear the slave master.
That's right.
And she will teach her girls to be faithful. So do you think that was a part of it? Because
Of course it
for
was.
them to get welfare, you had to have the father out of the house. So that still was destroying our family dynamics.
Welfare is a different issue, so
Yeah,
I'll
that's a whole
separate.
nother different
Well, because
issue.
welfare really has no color, and
I agree
I'll
with
break
that.
that down. Well, there's more non-blacks on welfare.
It sure
than
is,
right? So
yeah.
welfare has no color.
And just
I'll
like
come
my
back to that.
husband said, we want to think that for I guess like foster care and adoption, that it's mostly our color kids. It is not. But you always see us as the poster child for foster care.
What? Because someone's control anything.
Yeah, there you go.
Right when it's right rules, right history.
Right.
The only way for me to keep a
Somebody
people
call it again.
oppressed is to
It's a
demonize
form
that
of
people.
budget. I believe you, Lanisha.
Right? The only way to keep a people oppressed is to demonize a people. So what you're seeing is the
Are you ready?
media,
Yeah.
right? They
Okay.
demonize. Go ahead.
Thank you for calling Real Talk with Lady Hale and Pause Impact. How can we help you?
Yes, this is Delvin Townsend.
Hey, Delvin.
Hey, Delvin.
How you doing?
All right.
You was talking about the black man in prison, but a lot of black men is not in prison.
Yes.
Some of them is dead and gone.
All right. Now.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Miss Mary.
That's true. That's absolutely correct. So he brings up a very good fact.
Yeah, we didn't even mention that one.
Well, because and it's worth mentioning because
Yes. Thank you for that, Delvin.
the goal. Let's take it out of black
Okay.
and let's put it into objective facts.
Okay.
And then we can put black into it as to keep everybody on the same page.
Okay.
The goal is, the original goal was, we're going to make money off of a group of people. Does
Yes.
everyone understand this?
We understand.
All right, right? You got child labor or slavery.
Yes.
All right, they too grown for be child, so let's do slavery. Children, so let's do slavery. Now the issue becomes, now you want to get out of slavery. All right then. So how else can we profit off of you? Not a problem. Jim Crow.
Come on now.
So I'm not going to profit off of you. What I'm going to do is separate. I'm going back to the doctrine of exclusion. To Google doctrine of exclusion in
right.
Maryland. That's a real thing.
That's a real document.
That's the
Yeah.
first stone of racism that ever
I did a
existed
paper with that.
in
You're
the
right.
in the on Earth.
You're right.
First stone. Okay.
You're right.
Did a paper on that. Good. Now the issue is, well, I got to exclude you from the fruits of another people. Then you fool around and you cripple dollars and you start a movement called civil rights.
Yes.
Then you win. Now the problem is, how do y'all won? But God dog it,
Not
now
really.
I don't want to deal with you. It's 37 million of you. You understand what I'm saying?
Thank you,
It's
Delvin.
37 million of you. Now what do I do? All right. Now what you want to do? So there's a different battle going on. I need to put you either back in slavery, or I
Yes.
need to stop your reproduction.
Come on now.
This is why you don't see, you mentioned River Oaks. Ain't no Planned Parenthood in River Oaks.
No,
Nope.
they're not. And if anybody read the story of how
She's making me
Planned
do too much, Josh.
Parenthood was created, it was created to keep all of us of color, well, I've only been black all my life, to make sure that we wouldn't be bringing all these babies in.
That's
the
the
only
battle.
reason. That's
The battle.
it.
So to his brilliant question, they done gone all this stuff, because at the moment, and please y'all, the moment I get a people, it doesn't matter. So I'm taking it out of race, because this is a battle tactic. This is a battle tactic. The moment I get a people and I tell that people that I want you, well, I want to tell you, I want you to reproduce less than you produce. I want you to have less, I want you to die more than you give birth. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. The moment you have a birth rate
Yes.
that is lesser than the death rate of any people, you can mathematically calculate the extermination of that people. And that's what's happening
Right,
now.
Anisha.
And that's his question. Well, that's not his, that's the
Yeah,
heart
I know what
of
you're
his
saying.
question.
That's the heart of
what's
his
happening.
question. Yes.
Here's the deal. CNN, Google this article for me.
Everything you're saying.
CNN reported by 2025, 2030 that the black, so I'm bringing in black again, okay, because y'all asked me to. Black wealth will be negative
I agree.
by
I heard that.
2030.
I
No,
heard it.
it's CNN reported.
I saw it. That's why I saw that on
Yeah,
CNN.
she gonna find the thing. Yeah, she gonna find it, right?
Right, Anisha.
My point.
I saw that.
Man, my point was
I'll
always
repeat that one more time.
That's true.
Black wealth will be negative.
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 Negative. Now, once you get the black wealth negative, now you got options. I can put you into my free labor system, prison, and I can mathematically exterminate you. I'm not telling you that this is what's happening, but I am telling you anything you can account for, you can control.
I agree.
You understand?
Yes.
And if somebody tells you something, someone has their thumb on it.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
It's just that simple, but we're not taught that. We're not taught to look for the person funding the revolution.
No, we're not.
We're taught to look at the revolutionary. Somebody's funding it.
Somebody, I say follow the money trail. That's what you're going to find.
just-
Follow that
you
money
know.
trail.
Anyway, I can say
Yeah.
keep going, because we got like 20 minutes left.
And I agree with you. That's what, like when you said, I
I'm
remember
just
when
spitting
I
facts. You
I
can't
was
disagree with
writing,
facts.
I was writing one of my papers when I was getting my master's, and when we were sitting in class, that's what we were talking about. I don't know how the Civil War and all this other stuff come up, And one of our teachers who did not look like us, and most of the people were young except me and another lady was in there, and he said that he was so glad for slavery, and then when they had the sharecropping, that was a good thing because his family really helped us. Why did he say something like that? I mean, how was sharecropping good? I'm just going to use an instance from my dad. It was 12 of them plus 2 adults. At the end of the week, they would go, say for instance, his dad's shop. Now, this is all my grandmother would get. A bag of flour, a bag of sugar. Maybe, if it's a good day, the kids would get some candy.
Yep.
And she might could get a little sewing stuff because she would make quilts and stuff like that.
Okay.
And a loaf of bread. No, it wasn't no meat, no nothing like that. So you telling me a family, 12, 14 people, that's all we can get from the store for the week? For the week, but nobody never questioned it. Nobody never said anything. And that's when he and I got into, me and him and the older lady, the young folks wasn't saying nothing. And then when I wrote my paper, he just flat blamingly gave me an F. I'm like, why did you give me an F? Because of my opinion. What's the problem? You know, he didn't like what I said because, like I said, at their dinner table, their parents were teaching them, oh, we're helping the blacks. And this is what he was saying when they sit at the table, oh, look how we helping them. And you got my family working as sharecroppers, and that's all we get it. But when my kids are at the table, we're telling them a whole totally different thing. I tell my children, I don't want you working for anybody else. You're going to stay in school, get your good grades. My son, you don't have a prison record. You don't have a jail record. And he was like saying, how did your son not get a jail record? So my son's supposed to have a prison record just because he's black?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I took that all the way up to the president of to the university. So I had him to read my paper. He redid my paper, and I got an F. So he had to go turn that back in and give me an F, only because my opinion. And I was trying to figure out how was slavery so good, and how was your family really helping us in sharecropping. And my daddy actually worked on the sharecropping. Y'all didn't do anything for it, but he did not want me to say that. He didn't want me saying that. So he said, I'm going to give you an F. Oh, no, you're not.
There's a couple of
No,
things
you're
there.
not.
There's a lot of things there. I'll only address 2 for sake of time. Number 1, since
You're right,
you brought back up black wealth has only changed 1%.
Or even if that, yeah.
From slavery to now.
Right.
Which is what it is, right? But we'll move on from that. But the answer is yes, of course. Here's the deal. I need to let some sons through.
Somebody have to.
Because if it's 100%, if I oppress all HIV people, then the HIV people are going to revolt and change the system.
And what if
So
you
I gotta
deplete that
let some through.
HIV culture? Then what's the next culture you're going to get?
But if I let you through,
Yeah,
if I let enough
some
through,
of y'all through.
you're not going to defeat it because you're never
Right.
going to fight it.
And how many of us gonna have enough wisdom to see what's actually going on?
Listen, y'all. This
Right,
is
still here.
Racism is here. Let me tell you I was doing a let's just call it a deal. I was doing a deal, and
you only do multi-million dollar deals.
And that's actually the point of what I'm finna
Yes.
bring up. That's actually the point I'm finna bring up. I was doing a deal in which because what's worse, racism is definitely a problem.
Yes.
But then we have generationalism.
Yes.
To where one generation doesn't get along with another generation.
I agree.
Right? It makes no sense that baby boomers are talking about millennials when you raised them. Okay?
Mm-hmm,
You raise millennials.
Yes.
So stop it. Okay? You raise millennials, so stop it, right? All that stuff. It just doesn't make sense. Don't complain about millennials when you raised them.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
here is the real issue that here's my thesis.
Yes.
Winners right rules, winners right history.
You're right.
So how do you surpass? How do you usurp that? Money. But the deal is, y'all fighting for rights. Because that's what
We
you
still
was taught.
marching and praying, huh?
Man, right? Has that worked for you?
No.
Has marching and fighting for rights worked
ain't
for you?
nothing changed.
Because when you had money,
Nothing
they bombed it, right?
Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you what I'm saying.
Like Black
Stop
Wall Street.
all y'all out here, because listen, this ain't got nothing to do with color at this point.
Not at this point.
Because ain't no middle class.
Mm-mm.
Because white people are now oppressed.
Yes.
All right? Now, at no point am I sharing, I'm not lumping white people in the oppression of black people.
I
I'm way
understand
too
what you're
woke for
saying.
that, okay? I'm not
That's
doing
not-
that, and I'm not
Right.
lumping the LGBTQ community civil
Right,
rights
yeah.
fight with the black civil rights fight. I'm not doing
Right.
that either. I respect and have empathy for all of them.
Yes,
But I am they're not the same.
It's not the same.
Because what makes the other oppression different is the only time the federal government ever legally with laws oppressed a culture was American slavery. Period. All right? Period. Now,
Yes.
let's get off of that. Let me tell you, if y'all out here fighting for rights, you're already fighting the wrong battle.
Already the wrong. That's what I said. I'm not getting in that.
Oh,
I'm not
listen,
doing it.
y'all,
I'm not doing that.
Y'all, go out there and buy politicians like they are.
Come on
That's
now.
an unpopular opinion. It's facts. Because you can fight for rights all you want to. Once you elect somebody, they're going to get lobbied.
Yes.
Stop fighting for rights and start fighting for wealth. This is why I'm creating 100,000 millionaires. Stop fighting for rights.
And
Fight
start
for
telling people
wealth.
about how you created these millionaires and how they can get in touch with you. Because I'm sick and tired of seeing these GoFundMe pages
No
and
doubt,
help
no doubt.
bury somebody
No
and
doubt. Best way for me to explain that is to look at the LGBTQ
community.
community, right? Here we go. The reason why they are so successful, two reasons. For one, the LGBT community proves that you don't need a leader. It's got to be on the same page. Well, I am saying a lot.
You
You
sure
don't need-
are.
Ain't no leader. Ain't no Martin Luther King, the LGBT community. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no Al Sharpton.
there.
Right? You get what I'm saying? Right? They're on the same page. But that
Jesse
ain't why they
Jackson.
winning. That's not why they winning. They fighting for rights now, but that ain't what's making them win. They control a lot of money.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, real talk.
Real
Yeah.
talk. You cannot oppress a community. You don't see gay people shot dead in the street.
No, we don't.
They control too much money.
And like you told me before, like you don't see a Jewish young man shot down by the president or the
It would
Chinese.
cause too much money loss.
Yes, I
You
remember you
understand?
told me that. You know, we don't see Jewish boys getting shot down. We don't see Chinese, Vietnamese, German boys getting shot down. But when our boys get shot down, they're like, oh, okay, just another one.
So let's take it out. Let's take it out of
Right,
race.
let
I'm
me
not
show
trying. Let's take it out of race.
Yeah.
Let's just stick with the people getting
That makes a lot of-
exterminated. Can we
Yes.
call it extermination?
Yes.
Because I will. Are the people who don't control resources.
You're right.
Real power is felt, not seen. I'm not fit to mess with Josh.
Mm-mm.
His community got too much money.
I know that's right.
They not
That's my
marching.
friend. They ain't nobody, they ain't marching.
They buying politicians. They are lobbying. Listen,
And they ain't had no prayer visuals or nothing.
Something that y'all got a community like me. Y'all to hire somebody like me to say, listen, y'all go out there and march and make a scene. Do all that flag stuff.
I ain't marching.
You 24, go out here with your money. And while they
Over
doing
there,
smoke and
yeah.
mirrors, go ahead and buy that politician, please. Okay? Go ahead and buy that politician,
They
right?
still.
Listen,
Yeah.
don't fight for rights.
After you
Y'all
told me
need
that,
to
you showed me
focus
how to
on
buy
wealth.
politicians. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I didn't know nothing about
This is
that.
what I want
So
all
it's
of y'all to go
a whole
do.
different story. Hey, Miss Yolanda.
This is what I want all of y'all to go do. If you ever wrote down, this is where you should write down. I want all of you to learn how to go make $250,000.
I know that's right.
Find it. Find Do not be silly with this $250,000. I'll finish that after the call. Go ahead.
Thank you for calling Real Talk with Lady Hale and Pause Impact with Josh Mika. How can I help you?
Hey, this is Dennis.
Hi, Dennis. How are you?
Anthony,
Hey, what's going on, Dennis?
you are so right on so many different issues.
Thank you, brother.
But my question is
Hey, Dennis.
why can we not get African Americans,
Yep.
the young adults, to invest $25 a month into a mutual fund? That's how my father taught me. That's how I became
Yep.
wealthy. That's how I bought my businesses.
Okay.
So what can we do to get African Americans to invest?
Yeah. No doubt. One of the first things,
Yes, thank you,
Dennis,
Dennis.
thank you for that question. You are absolutely correct. You started by saying, why can't we?
Yes.
Facts,
It's not our
facts.
culture.
It's not our culture, right? It's not our culture because we still don't trust white people. You understand?
Well, yeah.
And it's facts. It's
Yeah.
facts.
And there's no black banks.
No, there's just
We
one
got
in Houston.
one.
That's it.
That's
right?
it, National Bank.
Here's where Dennis is so brilliant because, see, obviously, so I'm a gay ally, right? But you're not allowed to be a white ally of black oppression. But it goes back to the doctrine of exclusion, where it was admitted. Did you post that link?
You're right, Lanisha.
Just type in doctrine of exclusion. The doctrine of exclusion said that if doctrine of exclusion, Antonio, you cannot have the fruits of white people. And Dennis, if you try to help, we're going to treat you like you black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like when
Right,
they used to
you know what
march
I'm
with
saying?
us. If you want to be one of them,
let's
we
be
don't
real.
treat you like
Let's
that.
be real. Don't nobody want to be treated like they black.
No.
Let's just keep it real,
Nobody
right?
do.
Nobody wants that, right? Nobody wants that, right? So now, Dennis can't bring in his brilliant knowledge and help me raise put $25 a month in the mutual fund, because for one, we don't trust Dennis.
All right now.
You get it?
I hear you.
So anything Dennis say, we don't like it. So automatically, we not going to listen to him because he came at us the wrong way. And what's the wrong way? As an ally. Because we still don't respect white allies.
That's true.
That's
true.
facts. That's 100%
That's true.
fact. And in addition, if Dennis try to help, and if Dennis don't have his own economy, and if Dennis upset the wrong people, then he
Yes.
gonna be treated like me. Right? So that's the first half of the question. Second half of the question, brother, is because it
Right,
is
Lanisha.
just absolutely not something we'll do. We are so impoverished that to take that $25 out the hood, out our money, and then take it into future prosperity, that's too far for us.
We haven't
Here's-
done that for you.
But
But
here's
we got
why
to start somewhere.
you are absolutely right.
Yeah, you're
Facts.
right, Dennis. I agree
Facts.
with you.
Facts. I'm with you. Dennis, I'm with you. You're absolutely
am
somewhere.
too.
Here's how
So why can't we teach our young adults to invest? Because I started when I was in my 20s.
good stuff.
We not taught it.
No, we're not taught.
That's it.
No, we're not taught, but his question is deep on so many levels. Here's why I believe we don't teach or we can't teach our children to invest. Because wealth has freedom lines, and I'll show you. If you are poor, you're thinking about the next day.
Right.
If you're middle class, you're thinking about the end of the year.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're wealthy, you're thinking about when you're dead.
Come on now.
You get what I'm saying? And that's how your money works. So you're
Right.
telling a bunch of poor people to think about when they're dead or think about when they're 60 when they can't think past the date. That's the first time I would say I interjected my opinion, but I believe
Well,
that
that's the
would be
truth.
why, Dennis. I believe that would be why.
You're right,
The
Dennis. I
people
agree.
that you're trying to reach and educate don't think past the day because their money won't let them.
I
And,
agree.
and now you got a whole psychological battle that you got to face to have them think past, high
What
school.
we gonna eat today. That's what
Yeah,
I think. I
yeah.
can't say
That's what I
that
think.
because
You
we
more than
gotta
welcome to
eat.
respond, brother, because you own it right now.
You still there, Dennis?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go ahead, respond. Hey,
Yeah, you can respond because you own it right now. You own it.
Well, because sometimes I feel like when I got involved with Black Lives Matter,
Yep.
they're like, well, you're right. Why are you getting involved? I mean, it was like there are white people who
Yep.
care that are not racial,
That's right.
and we want everybody to prosper. So
Right.
I guess my thing, I mean, and you're right about the LGBT.
Yeah.
The only reason they got what they got was because of money.
That's right.
But they don't have no kids, so they could share that money out.
Okay.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
It's terrible, brother. We are bad to white allies, and the truth is, white allies are treated terribly.
Yes.
And I'm not about black people.
And you're probably going to get backlash for saying that.
That
No, it's the truth.
Yeah, I'm gonna get backlash. I'm gonna get backlash from my community and your community
it's
for
the
saying
same
that.
thing. Like with me and Josh working together,
Yeah.
people just don't understand that they making more issue out of me and Josh working together. So I'm just trying to figure out what is the problem in it. Why should it be a problem with Josh and I working together? And people, well,
Because Josh know better.
Okay.
he know better.
I know that.
Because Josh know better.
Yeah.
Dennis know better.
But you gotta understand, it's been a white man world, a white man power for so many years. And until we get more African American businesses,
Yep.
more African American banks,
Right,
Yep.
right.
and that's where we gotta start.
That's right.
I agree with you.
I completely
And I had a
agree.
Because
thing.
walk into a bank and how many times do you see an African American working in a bank?
Very seldom.
Very seldom, and if you do, they're
Especially in the
gonna be a
investment
teller.
or loaning
Yeah,
money.
that's the you ain't getting past the teller.
You're
If
gonna
you
be a
get up
teller.
to the
If you get a
front.
management position, it's only by grace of God.
Uh-huh. And I want to say this here, and I know I'm on the NAACP education board.
I like Dennis,
And
by the way.
most of us are Afro-American, but we had one white lady, she's a psychiatrist on there. And sometimes when we would try to get to speak with people or try to get something to do it, we would always get the door slammed in our face. But as soon as we would send her to talk on behalf of the NAACP, they would give us whatever we need. I'm saying now, we here in 2020, I still need somebody that don't look like me to go and speak
That's
to
fact.
get what we need.
Because
That's what
Dennis,
happened to us.
Josh
We got really barbershop.
control the laws or know the people who do or have
Right.
access to the people. who
Right,
do.
right.
And the only way, this is, I know you run out of time. There is no such thing in nature as equality. It doesn't exist.
All right,
My
now.
left boob is not the same size as my right boob.
My
My
right
left arm is
eye
not
is
the
not
same
the
size
same
as my
as
right
my
arm.
left arm.
So in order to have equality, someone must come down and make it. And Dennis' argument is, I am trying to help make equality, and they keep stopping me, and I'm getting pushback from the people I'm trying to help.
Right, right, right.
So when he comes down and tries to help, we punch him in the face.
Right.
Period. Am I wrong, Dennis?
No, you're right.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? You gotta make equality. Equality does not exist on its own. You have to make equality, period, point blank. And we won't make it because, right, we try to protect it. So
Well,
And
go ahead,
if you
Dennis.
look at homeless, you look at the prison systems, it's mostly all African Americans.
yep,
Well, yeah, we make up most of it.
we're 13% of the population,
Well, yeah.
right? 13% of the
We're talking
population.
about millions of people, not just a few. We're talking about millions of people.
I had a cop. I did a lot of work with a police with the Galveston Police Department. I had a cop tell me that a white cop tell me that and I never thought about it before ever. He says that when we're 16, black person, we get arrested. When a white person's 16, they get a warning, and it's set up
Right.
that way. It's set up
I
that way.
agree.
Yep.
I agree.
It's set up that way.
It's set up that way.
I agree.
Yeah, I never thought about
I
that
didn't-
ever.
yeah, that's
but
true.
that is facts. That is
I
It
absolutely
is facts.
Yeah, because the game is, if I could just tell everybody, stop fighting for rights and do what Dennis is saying and fight for wealth.
Yes.
Seriously, because you're not going to surpass what is oppressing you broke. It's just
Right.
not going to happen.
Right, Delvin. They
It's
got
just not. The only reason Dennis has the fortitude, right? Has the fortitude to say what he's saying. Because I tell you right now, the man got his own economy.
Yes,
I,
yes.
I don't have to know. He
You
can't
know.
talk
You
if
can
he
tell.
didn't.
Yeah.
You understand, right? He can't talk if he didn't. But the only way to even get to that point is to fight for wealth. So
Okay.
Dennis has fortitude because he has his own wealth. You
Yes,
understand what I'm
yes,
saying?
Yes.
But if he didn't,
Hey, Anthony.
I'm not saying he wouldn't have the character to do so, but he would face reprimand that would jeopardize his family worse than what it would now. And that's a BS system. Something's wrong with that.
It is. I agree.
Yeah, something's absolutely categorically
Right.
wrong with that. That we oppress Dennis like a black folk because Dennis is trying to help black folk.
Yep.
Thank you,
All
Dennis.
right. Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you,
You're
brother.
welcome.
All right. And we'll give you the final words, Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr. How can people get in touch with you? Because you were talking about how to make $250,000. So you want to give them the number or where they can go and start building wealth?
I'll send you my phone number. If you want to work with me, if you want to get wealth or start fighting for wealth or set up your grandchildren for wealth, I took my $20,000 product and when I help people wealthy,
yes,
and I'm giving it away for $59.99 because my motives have changed from making money to help others make money.
Yes.
And that's 409 500-1546.
He don't call himself.
No, yeah, definitely. You just text me directly.
Yes.
And you know what I'm saying? Text me directly and we'll hook you up. $59.99 a month. No contracts. I'm not here to try to dupe you. No contracts. I'm here to help you. $59.99 and period. I teach. Josh is in it. He knows.
Yeah, Josh is in it.
Yeah. 409 599 1546. 409. I'm sorry, I said 599. 409 500. Excuse me. 409 500 1546. Here's the deal.
Somebody just said, "How can we trust you with our money?" That's Delvin.
You can't trust me with your money, right? Because if you're going to ask that question, you can't trust nobody with your money. You get what I'm saying? If you heard me, how long I've been talking? 2 hours?
Yes, sir.
Well, shit. If you heard me, and you asking if you can trust me.
Oh yeah, there is the number right there.
Yeah. 409 500 1546. If you can't trust me, don't text me.
Well, I want to say something, Delvin. When I met him and I was telling him about my kids and with the application, they wanted you to have a certain amount of money, you know, to be able to get your charter or whatever. And I needed about $350,000, Devin. Guess what? This man stepped up to the plate. You know, all he told me to do is what he needed. He said, "I want to see some numbers. I want to see this, and I want to see that."
I ain't stupid.
And I can guarantee you, before that man got to his house, he had all of them emails waiting on him. He was still driving. I said, "I didn't send you everything you asked me for." He hadn't even made it home, and I had it in order and whatever. Not only does he help other people, but this man puts his money where his mouth is.
I hope Dennis is still listening because the man's question just popped up that fast.
Yeah,
right?
he just
literally Dennis' question just popped up that fast.
Yes.
$59.99.
Yes.
You understand? You got habits more than that. I just said $20,000.
You go to Papa's, it's gonna be more than that.
But if you can't invest $59.99 in yourself,
that's a problem.
and I'm not talking to whoever asked the question, I'm just telling you that I'm not the person for you.
That's
because
right. Lanisha say sow into good ground.
I know. Listen. If y'all looking to be comfortable, if you're looking to make excuses, I'm the wrong one.
I am too.
There's no way you heard me talk for 2 hours and thought that I was gonna let you make
in here and steal somebody's money. If I thought that, he wouldn't even be on my show. He wouldn't be a part of my
Forget
school.
the stealing the money. I'm not fit to let you BS me. You understand? If you
and
want
I'm not fit to go to jail.
You don't let that
I'm not fit to go to jail.
You want to get this well,
I'm only around successful people that are doing good things, that are giving back and helping our community. So if they're not on that playing field, I'm just not into it.
And
you know,
yes,
409 500 1544.
1546. 1546.
Dennis, you hear that? It's 1546.
1546.
On Real Talk with Lady Hale and Pops Impact with Josh Smith.
I was in Forbes twice last year. I don't know how you can trust me because I am a flaming piece of turd like everybody else on planet Earth, right? You get what I'm saying? Like nobody is greater than no one else.
Nobody.
But $59.99.
We spend more than that at Papa's.
You're right. We spend more than that. But that you either gonna put it into your education and learn. That's Dennis' question just popped up that fast. My man just asked the question, and the psychology of the question popped right
You're
back.
Right.
As soon as he hung up.
You're right.
You get what I'm saying? I don't. If you mofos think $59.99 makes me,
what you gonna do
don't
with
know
that?
Nothing about wealth.
What you gonna do with that?
You know what I'm saying?
To go fill up your car is gonna be almost more than that as high as gas is. I mean, what you gonna do with that?
I'm not even worried about that.
Ain't nothing we can do with that.
Here is what's real. How bad do you want it?
Well, can I say this? I bet if you look like Josh, nobody would have said that.
No, nobody would have said that. I don't look like their oppressor.
You don't look like Josh. I like.
I don't look like her oppressor.
I don't look like you. Don't look
That's
like
what
a
I'm
person.
saying.
But here's the.
But that's the mentality we have. We're not talking about you.
But check. No, I ain't.
We're just talking in general.
I'm too positive to do that. Here's the deal. I got
Millions of dollars
70%.
already.
I got, well, yeah, but I got 70% white people
I wasn't supposed to
who
say
buy
that.
from me.
Oh.
70% of my crowd
You
is.
can tell I'm always bragging on
70% of my customer base is.
Huh?
Did you give no donation?
I
No,
do.
he don't get donations.
70% of my 70% of my paying customers are white baby boomers. 70%. No, it's like 60%. 60% of my paying customers are white baby boomers because of
'Cause they
Dennis's
know.
question.
Yes. I agree with you.
I'm the Dave Chappelle of making people rich. You go to Dave Chappelle audience, it's white folk.
That's it.
It's white folk, right? Josh, Dennis, right? Come on. I'm
Yeah.
not worried about that, right? I'm not worried about that. Get it or don't. It's
One
cool.
way or the other. And then you have to surround yourself with
I
successful
love Antonio.
people.
I love him.
So if you don't surround yourself with successful people, and all of our have is that the people are still in the project, so how we all gonna get out unless somebody lead us out? How can the blind lead the blind? Somebody have to get out and come back and show us how to do it.
Yeah,
You know?
listen, yeah.
And just like I was talking about you for the private jet, like I just get an attitude when I have to fly commercial. I don't know.
I'm
Something,
buying my private jet.
something is going on with me. I don't know. Every
Why a
time
private jet versus a
'Cause I
yacht?
want it. Oh.
I don't care. I ain't got to the yacht. She on the yacht plane. I'm
We're
still
gonna
on the
go
private.
together. 'Cause
Yeah.
And then you going on the yacht.
Maybe we get a yacht too. Maybe we get a yacht too. But nah, I want the private jet because I want it. It ain't got nothing to do. Y'all, I want stuff because I want it.
Okay, I want that too.
You know what I'm saying?
John really, somebody named John Humphrey said, can y'all please let him talk without the interruption? Okay, well, you're going to have to call him, John. Say your number again, Mr.
I like
Antonio
John
Smith.
409-500.
You know John
15.
Humphrey?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I'm sorry, John. Don't be coming on my live. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
409-500-1546. 409-500-1546. Listen,
We just playing, John.
if I'm not the right person for you, I promise you, I'll
You're
lead
the right
you to
person
the
for
right
me
person.
and my kids.
Yeah, I'll lead you to the right person, right? You just
In a tune of
there's no contracts. There's no
for me and my
contracts,
kids.
right?
Yeah, you real good
All
for
right,
me and my
you gotta
kids.
wrap up.
We gotta wrap up.
Wrap it
Wrap up, y'all.
up. You have a last say.
Last say. There you go.
That's it.
There it
All
is.
right.
That's it. All right, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. What's your number one more time?
409-500-1546.
Please go and call him. Ms. Deanna has pinned it in there for you, so feel free to reach out to Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr. 409-500-1546. Again, that's 409-500-1546. And this man, how many millionaires are you looking to create, Mr.
100,000. I've only created 8 so far.
All right, I'm on that list as soon as I get through with these 100 jobs. But
Yeah,
you know, I got
long way
100
from
jobs.
100,000.
Yeah, so we want you to, this is the first of the year, we're making new goals, we're making new everything. So if you want to change your financial situation, I encourage you to call Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr. at 409-500-1546 and make sure you tell him that Real Talk with Lady Hale and Josh Mika with Pause Impact told you to call.
Boom.
So we're looking for you to call. Thank you, Miss Lanisha. If you're looking to make $250,000 or
Appreciate you.
more. But thank you. Hey, Sam, how you doing? So until next Tuesday,
Yes.
this has been Real Talk with Lady Hale. And don't forget, every Monday from 7:30 to 9:30, Pause Impact with Mr. Josh Mika. And look forward to first Sunday in February, Gospel Sunday with Lady Hale and co-host Apostle William Campbell.
I just
So-
hope y'all can read some gospel between
All the
Friday.
all the fighting, yeah. So we fight with love because he had Saturday. He come up to the radio station. He had a collar on like the priest. I'm like, what you doing with a collar on?
I had a funeral.
But there was no reason to put no collar on. Anyway, that's how we talk, y'all. We love each other. I'm the only one that can talk about
Me
him
and
like
Josh
that.
gotta get something to eat. I ain't that right.
I know. I'm the only one that can talk about him like that. Nobody else better not say anything. Until next time, this has been Real Talk with Lady
Talk.
Hale with my good friend Antonio T. Smith.
Love y'all.
And it's
Love
another
y'all.
lady. She don't want me to mention
Thank
her
y'all.
name,
Love
but that's
y'all.
all right. But
Yeah,
I
you
still,
mentioned-
yeah. Oh,
yeah.
hey,
Dean
yeah,
Marie
Lisa,
Group.
I can mention. Yeah, that's you.
Yeah,
I can mention
They're
her.
18.
Yeah, we the
Dean Marie
18,
Group,
and my
Tempest
good
S. Smith.
friend, yeah, Tempest.
Tempest
Where's
S. Smith.
Grace? I'm missing Grace.
Gracie, she's on there right now. Grace.
Okay,
Tempest
hey
Smith.
Grace, love,
Yeah,
love
yeah.
you, babe.
Before there was anybody, there was Tempest.
All right.
Yeah.
And
She
then after
built
all
it.
of them, that was Lady Hale. We in here.
Yes.
All right. So until next Tuesday, we will see you Tuesday.
I love y'all.
And I'm
Appreciate
getting ready to go to Storytime with Lady Hale. So y'all go over to Shining Stars Leadership Academy Charter School. And I'm getting ready to read my babies their bedtime story. Thank you so much. Goodbye. You turn us out, Mr. Josh.
Appreciate y'all. Damn, we have a good time when we get together.
And it be going so fast. That's why you
Yeah.
gotta come back more often.
Shout out that fella.